You ready?
Yeah.
All right, Priest. Here we go.
Hey.
We're about to start. I see David Vos. All right.
He in the whip today.
Yeah. Vedic Vape.
Ladies and gentlemen, we build on topics, whether conscious or cosmic. It's never nonsense, mega levels are microscopic. It's a Killah Priest project, AD control the rocket. Before we land the plane, many things we engage and explain. The unexplained, without mask. Welcome to the Killah Priest podcast. Killah Priest podcast.
Knowledge. Wisdom. Understanding. Culture, freedom, power, and fire. Quality, bomb, build and destroy. All coming down.
That's right. That's right.
Welcome. It's going to be a fire show today. Welcome, everybody, coming to the Killah Priest Podcraft. As you can see, who's up here right now. On the far, who's that?
On the far right?
Recap.
Far right.
Yo.
That's right.
Kept in the building. Building.
We're about to build. It's going to go deep today, man. I am so hyped, yo. Shout out to everybody that's coming. The guests that's coming in is going to be, it's going to be taking us on another level. We got to return. We have 2 returning guests. It's going to be on another level. I'm super hyped for this, man. But I'm just going to get started, man. Welcome to the Killah Priest Podcraft. I'm your host, Killah Priest, the Iron Sheik from the Middle East. I'm almost there, so prepare. I say peace. Running the rock is none other than ADA Dizzle.
Peace, what's good? Welcome back. It's going to be a wild show. You already know.
Standing to my side, sitting to my side is none other than Coach Solo Gems.
Hey, what's good? Keep rising and shining, everybody. Keep doing your thing, man. Peace.
Oh, man. Yo, listen. Hold the scepter. Never say never. It's coming from the nebula. On the far end is Makepera.
True indeed. Peace to the gods and earths. Peace to the gods and earths. Yeah.
Peace to the gods and earth.
Going in today.
Oh, we're going in. We're going all the way in. It's that type of show for that.
Come on, let's get out of here. Look, Emerald City is closer and prettier than ever.
You're out of the woods.
Hey.
You're out of the dark.
Hey.
You're out of the night.
That's right.
Said those people.
That's right.
No doubt, man. So on the Podcraft today, it's going to be very great. I'm going to just bring them in, man. We get Jalisa coming back all the way to the Podcraft. Make some noise.
Hey.
Also, coming in, we got, oh, man, when it comes to the Bible, a lot of, even my man, my brother, Black Minister Jesus said, man, I love his work. David Vos. What up, y'all? What's good?
What's good?
How you doing, Jalisa?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great, man. I'm great. It's a great day today. Oh, man. Just released the album. We, at the same time, there was a flood that we didn't see. You know what I mean? They have a lot of work being done, but they said that Cali flooded. I didn't see it.
Me either.
Nah, nobody saw that.
No.
Where's
I know
that
where they
footage
say-
at?
I was
Maybe
LA
a parking
flood.
lot
Where's
here
that
and there.
footage? Yeah, maybe a parking lot.
Nah.
Now, did we feel an earthquake?
Yeah, I
I
felt
felt
that.
that.
That's
Didn't
what
feel
woke me
an
up.
earthquake. I didn't feel an earthquake.
I'm trying to sleep in the middle of 3 p.m. and I got woken up by an earthquake.
Oh, man.
But
Yeah, I felt that joint.
this footage of all this floods going through I didn't see none of it.
Yeah, that's not like they say on the desert.
Rained.
Nah, I ain't never seen
I was
that.
highly disappointed, Lord.
You won the hurricane?
You wanted a
I ain't
catastrophe.
gonna lie. I kind of did want to see something, some rocks flying or something.
That's crazy. Yo,
I'd be crazy.
Yo, Dave Flores, what's up, my man? How you doing? Can you hear us?
Oh yeah, I can hear. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Man, yeah, they was reporting a lot of stuff on
What's the name?
the news.
Yeah.
The problem is Me, McCap, Solomon, and AD.
I'm AD.
Yeah, didn't see none of it. AD. Man, we were going fast. We didn't see anything of it.
Nah.
We know that they have
more.
harp. They have they you know what harp is?
Harp. Mm-hmm.
So we know that. I see both of y'all shake your head on that. We can start.
Yep.
We can start with you, Jalisa.
Oh, weather modification.
That's right.
Them zapping trees on fire and then calling them natural disasters.
Maui.
Yes. I posted a TikTok about that and it went crazy viral, like 200-some-thousand.
Wow.
Yeah, people are aware. They know. Like people know.
Did you see what
They're
happened right after that? Like, did you see how
the blue thing?
Now how Elon Musk came in and dropped all the Starlinks over there?
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah, just like a day ago, he just went into Maui and dropped a whole bunch of Starlink. Kind of like how the chariot that I built.
Yeah,
how it got the Wi-Fi system already built into it and stuff like that.
Right.
He just dropped a gang of those over there in Maui.
Wow,
that's crazy.
I didn't even see them.
Dave, I see you shake your head like, man, I told them, but they didn't listen. What do you think?
Well, my daughter lives down there in Riverside, which is not too, it's over the mountains, but she was saying they were going to get direct hit. And, supposed to be flooding, more rain than they've ever had in the history of all of the world.
Yeah.
And I guess, and I called her that night and she said they didn't really even get any rain. Just a little bit of rain.
Yeah.
I knew it was overhyped.
What?
I knew it was going to be
They
overhyped.
was on the news saying, oh, hey, listen, this is it.
Yeah, the news is the
over.
number one thing to not trust. If the news says it, it's some bullshit.
The news is the north, east, west, and south. It's supposed to be coming from all the
supposed to be.
Yeah. But they didn't do the west right.
Yeah.
It was just no.
Not even.
Hold up.
Let's get out of here. Look, Emerald City is closer and prettier than ever.
Keeping it gangster. Killah Priest podcast.
Yeah, we gotta play that for a little bit. Yeah, you know what I mean? They gotta get out of the woods, out of the dark, out of the light. Right?
So what was Elon Musk doing out there with the satellites? What was that all about?
Well, he got he got his hand almost in everything. So Starlink is a satellite system that he got that's gonna be connected to his new phone system. So what he put these new, because he already got satellites and shit like that in the sky. So his Starlink program is a link to give you internet access, but through his channel. You know what I'm saying? So after that had happened over there in Maui, like what Shorty said when they zapping all the trees over there, which to me, I thought it was a bomb or something that hit over there or something, because that was just too crazy for me, man, to say that's just wildfires in Maui. Like, that don't even make sense. And to have that type of catastrophe in Maui, then he just came and dropped the Starlink and stuff. So, always, every time I see stuff like that, I always think of thesis, synthesis, antithesis. Create a problem, boost the problem up, then come with the solution.
Have you guys heard what else was going on down there?
Let's hit me.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I don't even know if we can talk about it on this show.
Man, that's what we do.
just be aware of the keywords. I think you know what keywords not to say.
Yeah, we have to be.
Well, yeah, but we ain't even talking about keywords that they even But this has been documented. There's some people that are saying this has been documented, but just before, right after the fire hit, but before everything started burning down, they came in and rounded up all the babies, all the children, took them somewhere.
Wow.
Yeah, I did.
So I don't know if that's just a rumor, but I wouldn't put it past them.
But it says like 800-some people still missing.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and then when they were interviewing the mayor, they asked him how many were missing, and he wouldn't answer.
Wow.
I mean,
and it's so funny that it lines up right when they put out the propaganda about this great hurricane. What was it? Hillary that's supposed to be hitting up the West Coast
Yeah.
around the same time.
Yeah.
You know, harping, man. It's like just harping out. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, oh man, this is crazy. Man, Jalisa, what do you have to say about that?
Well, why do they call it Hillary? Well, I'm in Texas, so I'm used to hurricanes. Like, I went through Harvey, Ike, Rita. Like, I'm so used to hurricanes. It's not a thing for me. So
Right.
Wow.
What part of Texas?
Houston.
There you go, Houston.
That's crazy.
Houston, do we have a problem?
We have NASA. That's what we have over here.
What did NASA stand for again?
Bunch of
Not a space agency. You heard him?
Not a space agency.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you put that up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody said Hurricane Trump. No doubt, man. Man, make sure y'all hit that like and tell them we over here. We about to go all the way in. We just getting touching the surface just right now, but we're about to go all the way in, man. So it's whether we on. I love where we're going right now. We got so much things to talk about.
I just slid in here.
Oh, hey.
Oh, peace.
Peace.
Okay, I wasn't sure if y'all could hear me. I didn't, I don't really like do the Zoom too much, so.
Hey, how you doing?
How's everybody?
Oh,
Peace,
man.
Great, doing great.
Nehru in the building. Peace to you.
Peace, y'all.
Yeah, exactly. How many Fugees? She's the fourth Fuji, man. We got a song together. That's crazy.
Hey.
Crazy.
Oh man, how you doing?
I'm pretty good. Thank you again for inviting me on.
Yeah,
Peace to everybody. That's also a guest.
Yeah, the Sunday. I mean, it's gonna be one of those days that, we in the summer. We closing down on the summer. We finished the Leo season. So we're gonna hand it off to the Virgos. I'm the Leo. And I've handed off to the Virgos. So we about to go in and have a good time today. Word, this is gonna be good. All right, so AD, I want you to play something for him. Yeah,
Craft ladders.
So everybody doing good. I see you in there. Oh, you got to spell a name right too.
Oh yeah.
But yeah.
N-E-R-U.
All right.
N-E-R-U. Make sure I see Bragadine in the building. Let's go. Let's get everybody up in here.
Word.
All right. Boom. Yeah. So we was going through some crazy stuff in the scriptures too. I was reading earlier. We was reading
Ezekiel.
I offered this question for them, and I know that a lot of times the Bible talks about the last days, and there's some strange, crazy things going on because we found the story of Eden told in a deeper meaning in the book of Ezekiel. Y'all heard anything like that? That's crazy, right? I see the smile on the face. Go ahead.
Well,
Go ahead,
are you saying Eden?
Before you play that?
You're saying there's another meaning to Eden?
Yeah, read. Could you read it for him?
Yeah, I'm gonna read it right now. We going to Ezekiel 28:13. We was just building on this earlier. He said, "You were in Eden, the garden of God. Every precious stone adorned you: carnelian, chrysolite, and emerald, topaz, onyx, and jasper, lapis lazuli, turquoise, and beryl. Your settings and mountains were made of gold. On the day you were created, they were prepared."
Who is that, man?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it goes deep.
Yeah,
this is, I see even Dave looking like, man, this should be right up your alley. But, it goes in a deeper little, it's like, you're just thinking it was just regular trees there, but we found out that it was stones and different things there. Yeah. And these other things going on, and they call it the Garden of God.
Right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Later on, if we read down, it's going to say Eden.
Mm-hmm. That's what it said, yeah. You were in Eden, the Garden of God.
And I talked to the crowd. I told them if they could break this down, you know what I'm saying? What's up, my brother? I see you. Bragadino. With the collective minds, we can come close. Maybe we can get into some astrology. We can get into some other type of stuff or, different type of meanings and things like that. But that's kind of heavy because it let us know that there was other stuff that was going on in Eden. Such as the land of Nod, It's a lot of things that was going on that this place know about, but they don't tell us.
Yeah.
Come on, let's get out of here. Look, Emerald City is closer and prettier than ever.
You're out of the woods, you're out of the dark, you're out of the night.
Yeah. That's in the lessons
That's
too.
what the
You know what I'm
is.
saying?
Yeah, exactly.
Straight out of the wilderness.
Yeah. We won't go further than that. Yeah, exactly. Straight out of the wilderness of North America.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's deep, man. Like,
Right.
so what do you think about that?
Yeah. What do y'all think about that? Start with we'll start with Jalisa since she's right there.
Okay, well, I'm not going to sit here and say I'm very well versed on the Bible. I'm like thinking about that clip that you played of Wizard of Oz because I saw somebody break that down of what that movie really means. So that's what I was thinking about. I don't remember it exactly, but I need to find it and send it to you because each character plays like a certain role in this matrix. And so I was like, what? When I watched, I was like, what the heck? So I gotta find it. But I know like there's a deeper meaning to that. And maybe I don't know if you knew that and that's why you were playing the clip. Oh.
Let's get out of here.
Maybe I'm not aware.
Emerald City is closer and prettier than ever.
Listen good.
Bruh.
Yes, exactly. Sometimes you got to step into the sun, step into the light. You're out of the woods. You're out of the night. You're out of the dark.
Right.
I just say it the right way, but that's how they said it. They sung that in the Wizard of Oz. Yeah, we can talk about that too. Beekeeper, shout out to you. Make sure y'all hit that super chat also if y'all have any questions, and let them know that we up here, we building. Dave Floss, I said Dave Floss. Dave Voss, what do you have to say about that?
About Eden?
Yeah.
About Tyre?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's deep. I mean, I could tell you, I could talk for an hour on that. But
give us
but
some.
you know, there was a priesthood there going back to the Phoenicians in Tyre. And the word Phoenicia is just like the word the phoenix bird. And that word actually goes back to Enoch. So that's the original lineage from Cain, and there's another one from Seth. But the Sumerian tablets talk about Enki, that's the same as Enoch. And so that is the creator of the material and the spiritual, both sides there. So the Phoenicians had this priesthood there, and that's what it's talking about. It's this lineage going back to Tyre. The Masons are really big on this Tyre. They talk about Solomon went and got a craftsman from Tyre, and they built Solomon's temple, and it had all this 666 gold, and it was, there's a lot to that, but there's a lot to it. Like in the Greek, they talk about Poseidon that ruled over the sea. Well, Poseidon was the son of, there was the three brothers, Poseidon, Hades, and Zeus. Well, in our Bible, so their father was Uranus. In Samaria, it was Anu. And so there's three brothers in the Anu story too, in Samaria. But in our Bible, it's Noah, Anu. It's the same person. He divides up the world between his three sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Well, guess what? Joseph, or I should say Japheth, he gets the Isles of the Sea. Poseidon, in some of the more ancient writings, they actually use the word Japheth, Ipatus, for Poseidon. So Poseidon then was the one who got the Europe area to begin with. And there was a lineage up there in Tyre, but the king, I guess Dan went up there and took it over and planted his, took over these individuals. So Dan kind of had a federation with Poseidon. And then they went up to Europe, and they're the Danites or the Lundan or the.
No, it was London. I always thought about that.
The Dinister, the Suedan. It's because the Bible tells you that Dan went in ships, and everywhere he went, he called it everything after himself, Dan. So we have Odan and Wodan, and this is actually where we get the word God. But anyway, that's what that priesthood was, their entire. And it goes back to the Enoch, to Cain. So there's some sort of a, it goes all the way back to the Garden of Eden. And by the way, on Eden, the Bible says there was Eden, but our Heavenly Father made Eden. And that is paradise. But then there's another place called the Garden. And that was made by Yahweh, who is this other deity, the other Enki. And he said, he made a garden eastward toward Eden. So Eden is already existing. Eden's the real city. But he made a fake one, or the you know, like a copy. So so Eden's not the garden that you find in Genesis chapter 2, is what I'm trying to get at.
So the God, oh, see, now we're about to open up. Let's get ready to dive deeper. This is hard. This is hard.
Come on.
You're out of the woods. You're out of the night. All right, Nero.
Well, the first thing that I think about, as far as Eden, as far as the scripture that he just read, was Africa, with all of the different jewels and some of the different like crystals and stones that they named. The second thing that I thought crystals and things like that was demonic or satanic. So it's just ironic that it is in the Bible as well. But I feel like I wouldn't be surprised if it's more than one Eden. I wouldn't be surprised if they made an original one. And then I remember watching your podcast not too long ago, and y'all was talking about some of the lost land that they have. Yeah. And that's not necessarily lost, but you know, that they kind of have, and that's like hidden. And I wouldn't be surprised if one of those lands might be the original Eden type of thing, or even Atlantis, or you know, some of the places that we deem is like mystical and that has all this mysticism around it, but we know for a fact was like actual places, you know. So that's some of the first things that I thought, just like hearing the scripture, hearing like topaz and myrrh and all these different like things that we deem as like satanic, if that makes sense. But it's in the Bible, and it's saying that it's a resource to us. It's something that they have in Eden, and it comes, you know, it's a lot of it. You know what I mean? It's there for a reason, you know. So I just thought that was interesting.
Right.
Precious stones.
Yeah, lapis lazuli, that's kind of heavy, man. So that was found in Kemet. Yeah. Which we will be going to Kemet soon. On the 26th. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, man. Jalisa, that's what I was thinking of, like the headpiece. I was like, dang. Oh.
This helps me channel the ether, you know, it's my antennas.
Okay.
I love it.
They're actually they're zip ties though, but you know.
You look like Lady Liberty.
I was going into some Sumerian. I was Katie, and I was like, man, it's like the ancient Nana.
I went out in public like this. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna wear. I have a whole bunch of these headpieces. So
never cut your hair.
Oh man, never cut your hair.
Never cut your antennas, your ether spins into the universe. They be telling us, I didn't know haircut.
That's crazy, yeah.
Cut off that. All right, AD, hit us with what you got. It's a good subject, man. I like this because it goes a little deeper.
Yeah. That's one of the first times I've actually, and I might have skipped over that when I was reading the Bible, but hearing them talk about Eden, and it's like, oh, okay, yeah.
You
and
do.
that this, Eden have to be, in order for you to adorn stones and stuff like that, you already have to be a civilization that's already dealing with high science.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, it kind of go back to what I think about with Yaku, you know what I'm saying? About the scientists that, the big head scientists, and how, the gods talk about how, Caucasians was made.
Right.
And then it's like, okay, boom, so.
Two magnets.
Yeah.
That's right.
So Eden had to be a civilization that was already dealing with high science already.
Well, according to Ezekiel, they had things going down. I mean, it was different type of stones, like you said. They wore. There was culture, because there's another part that we got to read too, where the trees were actually people. Oh, yeah. You ever heard that? Yeah. Even when I think it was somewhere in Mark, when Christ had put mud on a person's eye so he could see, and he took it off, and he said, "What do you see?" He said, "I see people as trees." Maybe you could get that.
Life.
31-3.
It's life. Yeah, man.
Yeah, 31-3.
Hey.
You got a super chat from Broderick. He says, peace and blessings to the panel.
Hey, shout out to
Peace, bro. Peace.
Man, no doubt.
I remember thinking, like, why is Priest specifically pointing out this? Of all the verses in the Bible, Priest came out and started talking about Ezekiel 28:13, and I'm like trying to think, like, what? I remember asking him before the show, like, Priest, what? So I did a little bit of research, you know what I'm saying? And it's part of a passage that addresses the King of Tyre. And King of Tyre is the name of a track that was just recently released on the latest album, Vedic Vape Room, available now and worldwide. So I get it. Priest works in mysterious ways.
The King of Tyre.
That's right.
And he said it.
I figured it out.
He said, Dave had said it. Yeah, he said it.
King of Tyre.
It was just a little, they give you a little bit more insight of what that's about, so you could
That's
do
beautiful.
it to yourself.
That's awesome. Well played, Priest. Well played.
Well played. Okay, you could you play the clip.
Oh yeah.
Play the clip.
Go. Stand by. Play from the top. Okay.
I want everybody to input on this.
Back in the early 1900s,
Oh, that's what I
if
said
you
to
were
you.
an affluent
Oh, that's for the
American
not
who
that one.
suffered from-
They ain't even
That
ready
one?
for that one. That's for the lunatics.
Oh, lunatic.
Not that one yet.
Okay.
That's for the crazy people that create Kellogg's. You know about that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, everybody like breakfast, right? Well, yeah, some crazy people.
I have mine before bed.
Yeah.
This one?
You did?
That was made by Adventists, Seventh-day Adventists.
Talk to him. Talk to him, yo.
Cornflakes. Cornflakes specifically. Go ahead.
Yes. This guy,
He
yo,
made,
Dave's
he made peanut butter too.
What?
Oh,
And he was
no.
it was all about
I love
master.
peanut butter.
What'd you say?
But I love peanut butter.
Oh man.
Don't forget, there's nothing inherently wrong with peanut butter unless you want to break down the problem with palm oils and stuff like that. But
Oh yeah, no, I try to stay away from.
Oh, you might as well play it now.
Okay.
You might as well play it for him.
Well,
Play.
I got the Michael Jackson thing. Is that what you wanted me to?
Nah.
Is this it?
Nah. AD, I just sent it to you just now. But you can play it.
Play the Kellogg's?
You play the Kellogg's crazy. This is for your breakfast guys.
Getting a warning from YouTube also.
Yeah. We can't play too much of that.
Copyright material detected.
All right. Well, that's just a breakdown. Dave just went into a little bit of it. Yeah, let's stop it because we won't get too in trouble talking about their breakfast makers. But just elaborate on that. This is the people who give us the food.
Right.
The Babylonian, mental, crazy, insane, and it was all based off of sex and lunatics. And he was a 7-day Adventist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. My bad. I was just gonna say I know cereal was originally supposed to be a dessert before it became like something that we do like or eat like for breakfast. So I think that's interesting when they say like wellness or when they talk about the health benefits and different things like that. Like as we know now, dairy is not good for us. Or like cow's milk. I don't know why we ever thought cow's milk would be, okay for a human. It's for a cow,
That's right.
So yeah, it's a lot of things that I feel like we're learning now. But back then they just was trying to make money. And I don't want to get off topic, but I was talking to my mother about like aluminum foil and like the dangers of using aluminum foil and different things like that. And she was saying originally people was using parchment paper. But when aluminum foil came out, everybody just moved to aluminum foil. But they never really asked why. They never really gave a specified reason as to why aluminum foil was better than parchment paper, whatever the case may be. But aluminum foil cause, as y'all know, cancer and, dementia and all types of different like memory loss and things like that. So, yeah, it's funny. It's funny how they twist things.
Yeah, hold on. You said it. One word before Dave start up and what's the name? And y'all add on the real serial killer.
I'm just trying to figure out like how is eating cereal going to stop you from masturbating?
Serial killers.
That's crazy.
I could tell you that.
Wait, you know?
Yeah.
Tell us.
Okay, so it's nothing in the cereal specifically.
Okay.
It's the fact that it's distracting you from the foods that do increase your hormones, and that's cholesterol. So that's eggs, bacon, beef, meat. A real breakfast is going to give you the hormones that are going to make you want to procreate. Now, if you eat some plant-based food, stuff that's has no animals in it, it's going to lower your cholesterol. You're not going to get the testosterone as high as normally, and you're not going to have the desires. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to have the.
You understand it?
No.
You understand what he's saying? No,
Yeah.
you're losing us. We don't understand what you're saying.
That's what it is.
Well, how's that stopping?
Yeah, no,
It's stopping you because you're not getting the nutrients to build to make you want to have the desire.
The hormones. The hormones in the meat.
Yeah.
Or
But I don't think that's correct. I think they're.
Or the cholesterol that creates
I think
hormones.
That's what they probably thought, but I don't think they were right.
Yeah, because I still I can wake up in the morning and eat some Kellogg's and still smash on them.
Yeah.
How does that stop in anything?
You already got probably a healthy, but you're not eating cornflakes every single day for breakfast.
No.
If you did and you lowered your cholesterol, you would not be building as much hormones that would want you to make you want to do stuff like that. Do you know what I mean?
Just a thick woman by your side make you want to get up there.
But it's the whole thought about why is he thinking about that in the first place? He gets crazier.
Oh, because he's an Adventist, Christian guy or Catholic guy or something.
Okay,
religious dude.
But what I don't understand, because don't gorillas have kids, babies, and stuff too?
Yeah. So
and they eat just vegetables,
right? And fruit. So fruit also builds cholesterol.
Good point.
Oh, okay.
So you don't need to have only animals to build cholesterol. If you eat a lot of fruit. A fruitarian diet can also build that. But notice they're not giving you fruit. They're giving you glucose in the form of cornflakes. So cornflakes is not fructose. It's just glucose. It's like eating rice. So if
it's worse than that because it's made from genetically modified corn. So
exactly. And that's the worst part.
With pesticides.
It'd be better for you to have rice than cornflakes for sure.
You got to watch
But at the end of the day, it's a type of sugar. It's not that sugar's bad. It's the fact that glucose by itself is going to spike insulin because you're not eating it with much else. You know what I'm saying? And you're not gonna be as your hormones aren't going to be as strong as if you had a healthy breakfast with eggs and all this other stuff, or fruit, or fruit. Like if you just had fruit, that'd be better too. But the thing is, people eat cornflakes and they add fruit, so it's like, what's the big? You know what I'm saying?
Raisin bran.
Yeah, I have raisin bran before bed. It's amazing. I love it. But it's got no palm oil.
Raisin's not really. It's a fruit. It's like dried up raisin.
Raisin's got boron in it. You know about boron?
You keep talking about palm oil.
Yeah.
But if you eat peanut butter that don't have the palm oil, you're probably going to die quick because they put hydrogenated oil in that.
Yeah.
And that's what's really, really bad for you. The palm oil, the reason they put it in there is because they don't have to hydrogenate it. So, yeah, it might be made from palm trees, which they don't like, but it's a tree.
Yeah.
And it's natural. So I don't think I would be far better. I think it's far better to eat natural peanut butter than it is to eat the hydrogenated. But
100%. What do you think of that PB2?
What is that? Like powdered stuff or what?
It's basically powdered peanut butter, but you just add water.
That's AD right there.
I saw it, but I've never tried it.
It's basically has no fat. It's like a option.
Like jail food.
In a way, it's like protein, like protein powder.
Yeah, it's if you really like peanut butter, but you're trying to cut calories, you would get the PB2. The body.
Yeah, see, that's the problem. If you're trying to cut calories, just cut out the sugar. The fat, you need that.
Yeah, the good fat. You want the good fat.
But, Mr. Kellogg was a Seventh-day Adventist. They don't believe in eating meat.
Okay.
But when so they started these sanitariums, and I suppose they were trying to do good, but it's built on all of this false information about, they were probably felt they had demons or whatever when it was really a disease or, just crazy stuff people used to do. But I guess what I heard is that he decided that we couldn't digest corn and grains very well. So what he decided to do was grind it all up and make little flakes so we could digest it better. And he thought we'd live forever and it would be such a health amazing, magical food. But, if he only knew that now we're using, it's not even corn, it's some kind of created thing.
Mm-hmm.
I just did a video today actually about how we hear about all these pesticides and stuff, but I don't think people really stop to understand what's going on here. Did you know that Agent Orange that they dropped on Nam is a pesticide that they use all over your food?
Yep.
And another one is Crazon, or what is it? Crazon, I think it is.
You said it right, crack.
and that stuff, if you touch it, it can kill you. I mean,
Wow.
But they put a little of it in all your food, and it's genetically modified right into the corn, especially in soy. So, man, I tell you, I was on this kick and I still am about, most the fruit today, the hybridized genetically modified fruit, it's all sugar. It's all very sweet. Now we've come to think that fruit is supposed to be sweet. But if you go out in the wild, no matter where you go, the natural wild fruit is not very sweet. Beans are oil-based. Nuts are oil-based. And even the original berries were real small and they're not very sugary.
Right.
So I started getting rid of all the sugar and carbs. And even potatoes, because they said it had too many carbs.
Right.
Well, I thought, why in the world am I reacting to potatoes, right? And then I found out that they're spraying those potatoes with this Crack-On or Crazon or whatever it is. And that's what's killing us. It's not the sugar in there. It's not the natural sugar.
Right.
But it's all this other crap. So.
All right.
You talking about like glyphosate and stuff like that?
Well, they it's chemicals. It's some kind of phosphate. I don't know, some kind of chemical that is that they put into all of the, what a pesticide does is it kills animals.
Yeah.
And insecticides kill insects, and herbicides kill herbs. But wait a minute,
fungicides.
Herbs is just another word for vegetation, biology. So they're spraying stuff all over to kill all the biology, all the living things. Well, now why would they do that? Because they've invented a genetically created thing called corn and soy, and certain ones that they've made, and they don't want anything else to grow. Only their stuff, because they spray all over their stuff, and it kills every other plant, but their stuff thrives in it, and then we eat it.
But the crazy thing is they made us addicted since kids, though. You know what I mean? Like we consumed all these corn syrup and sugars since a kid, so we got conditioned in that realm. So now our taste buds, it's almost like we're addicted to it now. Like we can't get off of it. It's like a natural high in a way.
That's what it was designed to be. They designed it to be addictive.
It was like drugs. It's drugs.
Yeah. And to add to his point, like even chemicals like atrazine, I know that Tyrone Hayes did almost like a control like experiment on atrazine and like what it could do to humans, what it can do to frogs, different things like that. And they spray that all over our food. They put it in our water, different things like that. And even going back to the herbs, like a lot of the herbs that they're spraying are dandelion root or like bladderwrack, different things that can literally heal you from cancer, and high blood pressure and different things like that. So yeah, they don't want you, definitely don't want you tampering with herbs. They definitely don't want you growing your own food. So even down to the trees and different things, like they're purposely trying to take seeds out of our fruit so that we can't reap, so yeah, it's definitely full, what's the word I'm looking for? They want us to be fully, dependent upon them.
Do you think it'll ever stop?
Yeah, it'll stop.
It's an ongoing war.
It's going to stop very soon because we're all going to be dead.
We're at war, but we'll always be at war in one way or another. If it's not going to be this chemical, it'll be another chemical. Like somebody brought up MSG. If you look in the back of a lot of food, it says natural flavors. and that's a code word for MSG.
Organic.
Organic.
Well, I mean, if it says organic, it depends. Like, there's ways to verify that, but
Yeah.
I get it
Y'all gonna be dead.
that some people don't buy that it's organic. But like, I
So,
feel like.
so
Go ahead.
the organic, you think you're getting organic. It's sprayed with cow manure. I mean, fertilizer, just cow manure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But the cows are eating genetically modified corn,
Yeah.
and the poop of the cow literally will not leave the soil for over 10 years. If you eat that stuff that grows, well, these farmers were saying they were going getting cow manure, putting it in their garden, kills the garden. So to her point, I'm sorry, I don't remember your name, but you were talking about
Nero.
But so the seeds, their stuff, their corn, their food, which isn't food, it doesn't produce seed. So you have to go buy it every year.
Yeah.
Well, the regular corn and the regular products that do have seeds, they're destroying it with pesticides and herbicides. So they're literally going to try and destroy all the animals. Have you ever heard about, it's like a national panic about, there's too many dogs. We've got to get rid of all the dogs. We can't have puppies. That's evil. They won't even let you give away a puppy on Facebook or like a marketplace or something like that.
Really?
They're so scared that you're going to produce a puppy or pee on the ground or wait a minute, isn't Monsanto giving? Did you know that the Purina dog food is killing the dogs, and if you give it to your chickens, they won't produce eggs?
Yes.
Wow.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
I didn't know
So
that.
I can't even give my dogs Purina. And guess what? The ones that don't say Purina are probably made by Purina anyway.
Yeah.
And if they're not made by Purina, they're probably made by another company owned by the same BlackRock that runs everything. So
Trying to
you
corner the
can't-
market.
Yeah.
they're trying to kill everything except what they make.
Mm.
Somebody said that now, because the people went out and do things that we can't talk about, they're not even going to be classified as human anymore.
But
They're going to be literally say, okay, you're genetically modified human. You're not even a human, so we can do whatever we want.
I know what you're talking
You
about.
don't even have rights.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's a sneaky way of doing it. They're putting you
Yeah.
out there like that because it's going against the fine print.
Yeah.
Actually, quick question. So the people who spray all this, what do they eat? Where are their crops? Are they human?
Great question.
The ones that are
I
spraying
got an answer.
are probably
I got an
unaware.
answer for you.
Not even aware.
Remember Carter, the president?
Yeah, Jimmy Carter.
Peanuts.
He died of liver cancer. They all still look at Bill Clinton. He's dying
Yeah.
cancer. Yeah, they're eating the same stuff. They're worse than we are. They can't even wean themselves off of whiskey. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all just, that's right. Why the devil uses that family is because they're degenerate. They're addicted to everything: sex, power, money, greed. I mean, they're all dying.
Yeah.
Right.
And the only reason they're alive till 90 is because they have these doctors that feed. I think they put formaldehyde in their face or something, and literally prop them up. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Or they switch organs. They switch organs with other.
Yes, they do. Yeah.
You ever seen Soylent Green?
Yeah.
The movie Soylent Green?
They was eating each other.
Yeah, that's what to me, that's what it seemed like society is turning into.
Man, that's crazy.
And if you ever see the movie Soylent Green, it was based out here in LA.
Word? Oh man.
The Coliseum, where the Coliseum used to be at, where the Clippers used to play back in the days, in the 80s and the 90s. That was the place where you went to die.
Damn.
And they showed you a big old picture before you died, and next thing you know, here come the garbage man.
There's a new Clipper Stadium being built right here. You know about that?
Yeah.
Right here in Inglewood.
Yep. Yes. Yeah, we in troubling times, man. Like, science is really taking over everything. And it's not taking over everything for the good.
It's the bad science.
Yeah.
Yeah, I disagree. It's science. It's not science. It's their lies.
It's something.
That's yeah.
This is not for the faint heart, man. Turn up, yo. I know y'all got some questions. I told you I was about to get heavy today. I told you I got to get ready.
That's crazy.
Hit the super chat.
Today, man. Hit that super chat if y'all got any questions. Y'all want to get down with this build because this build is heavy. Oh, man. Y'all going in.
Yeah.
This is a good panel right here.
Yeah, y'all going in. Y'all going in. I'm ready. So food, is it dumbing down our minds? Is it like, before it kills us, making us more like under subject? Docile, yeah, docile, another subject to.
All right, well, the first thing that food does, remember, all this started from Project Paperclip.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not going to say too much, but you get the idea. You kind of know these people came over from, and they started the Illuminati, infiltrated everything. But they had all these companies like DuPont, chemicals. They used to call them alchemists. What are these why are they making chemicals? What are they doing? Well, it was literally a plan to poison the races of the people. You must understand. I don't know how to say this without those people over there in Germany. They won the war. They brought them over here in Project Paperclip and Russia. It's a confederation. And all these ships you see down there at the North or South Pole, that's them. That's not aliens.
Yeah,
Okay, and they created Monsanto to destroy all the plant life, to poison you, to take your children, to dumb you down. And at the same time, the biggest industry in the world is their drugs, which they have convinced us, brainwashing us that the reason we're dying is because humans just die. And they're the saviors. Now go there, and all they give you is a painkiller. Name one of their diseases that's ever been healed or cured, never.
Since polio.
But if you understand that if you go to the Bible, there's no disease in the Bible other than what? Leprosy, withered hands,
which is curable.
Right. There, in recorded history, if you go back and read Pythagoras or Aristotle or any of these, they never heard of cancer. They never heard of diabetes. All of this was created in Fort Detrick, and I won't say any more.
Ooh, but hold up, just drop a bomb.
I mean, can I just piggyback on that because you just hit it up. So
out of the woods.
Like
out of the night.
Like tactics that they use outside of even just the full 440, changing the music from 432 hertz to 440 hertz. Changes, makes you easier to be influenced in different things like that. Fluoride was something else that they use as a tactic. Ghettos was another tactic that they use. All of those tactics that they use, like you said in Germany, they just bring it back over to the US and they perfected it. Hegelian dialectic is another one. They perfected it and now they're using it against us, So yeah, I agree 100%.
They cloned Tyrone.
We could do a whole podcast on fluoride alone.
Yeah.
Good for you.
I know a person that's been institutionalized since they were very little. They're not crazy at all, but now they're probably unable to live on their own because they've been in there and they've been convinced, But they call me from time to time and they watch my videos and stuff. But so I hear about what they're doing. They've got this poor woman on, get this, fluoride pills. I'm like, okay, what? Well, they thought maybe she had a cavity. So they're now giving her fluoride in a pill form that she takes every day.
What?
Well, the reason they're doing that is because it makes them docile and they start getting to where they can't even think. And then they don't try to get out. They don't try to run away.
Yeah, can I build on that too?
Drop it on. That's what we here for. Add on. That's what we do. Add them.
So with fluoride, it calcifies your pineal gland, which is, and I'm sure y'all know what a pineal gland is. That is like the connection to the spiritual world. It helps you dream, all of those good things. So yeah, that's one of the ways that they can easily have you influence where you can't even think for yourself. You can't dream. You can't hear yourself talking inside you. You can't even sing a song in your head, because you're not even connected in that way. So yeah, but no, I'm sorry.
No, I just I had seen some people say that they don't have an inner like dialogue, and I'm like, how do you not hear yourself talking?
That's crazy.
Calcified pineal gland.
Yeah.
Which is sad because if that's too calcified, when you die, it's hard for your spirit to transcend.
Yep.
Back to energy, going back to source.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be having out of body experiences. You're supposed to be able to travel the astral realm. We're all technically have the powers of telepathy. We all have the powers of being somewhat quote unquote psychic, which is just heightened intuition. You know what I'm saying? But
see, that's why we're here.
Yeah.
They trapped us in this world with law and guilt. And if they can stop you from having higher consciousness, you'll be their slave forever.
Yeah.
Keep coming back over and over and over again.
There's the Matrix.
Mm-hmm.
We're batteries.
Yeah.
Bunch of Duracells.
Yeah.
That's pretty much how we are.
We've been hexed into the cube.
Going to the grocery store is hard. Going to the grocery store, like I can't even buy anything because I look at the back and I'm like, I don't want to eat any of this. So I just only eat fruit now. Like that's all I can eat, and even the fruit, I'm
it's
like,
suspect. Yeah.
Yeah.
It trapped us.
Well, when did this start? Like how did early people? And I'm not talking. I want to go to the 1800s when they start making all these books and stuff like that. What did the people wanted to know? Did they know anything? Did they know have all of these records? Did they have all of these ideas already? And then that secret society just came and just was like, okay, now we're going to try to brainwash them, and we're going to push out all of our books. We're going to teach them the way that's right. You know, we're going to tell them, we're going to do it with fear. How was people then? You know, that's my question. When did it happen?
Okay, I have a theory. So I think that someone knew something was coming, like the Great Awakening, and then was like, let's start the process to kind of slow this thing down. So that's when the chemicals came in. This is what I think, because like someone knows, something knows what's going to happen, and so it's like, how do we stop this? But you can't stop it. It's kind of like in the movie The Eternals. Have y'all seen that?
Talk about it.
Okay.
What if I play devil advocate right now for a second? What if I play?
That's what a Scorpio does.
Yeah, what if I play devil's advocate for a second? Now, I'm a 70s baby. So I remember growing up in LA. I lived right there on Fig and Martin Luther King Boulevard. And I remember as a youth where food was scarce back in the early 80s and stuff like that. So to me, I think that the society and those in the power that be, what if they made a cure for hunger? Because if you ever look at any society calendar-wise, what caused the most rebellion in any society? Hunger does.
Hunger,
I mean, yeah,
You
You know what I'm saying? So if you have a society that is hungry, you know what I'm saying, then your rulership on the throne is going to be gone. But if you have a society where it's plentiful and there's a lot of food and different choices, the people become more docile. They become, everybody got the itis and are less likely to rebel.
But that's the history of grocery stores. Yeah, it was the groceries and hunting. Yeah. The difference between hunting and then going to the grocery store when everything's there.
Yeah,
you know, going to town. But what's the what you was going with it?
Well, I was saying, like, you know, could all the things that people talking about, the food and water and this and that, could that be because the government itself cured hunger, cured starvation, cured drought? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So now everybody has plentiful, but are we still complaining even though we have plentiful?
I don't know. What do you have?
I don't know if we have plentiful because you can't even get running water in, where is it up there in, by Detroit or wherever up there, that town where you, Flint. Nowadays, could you imagine 40 years ago if somebody told you it would cost you as much money for a gallon of water as it would for a gallon of gas or for a gallon of soda pop? Cheaper to buy soda than it is to buy water. Why is that? Because the soda will kill you. So, you were talking about where this thing began. I don't want to get too deep on you, but
Got to. I asked.
Yahweh.
I asked. I asked for it.
Yahweh goes down there and he says, okay, I'm going to give you 10 plagues. What was the first plague? It was like, what was it? Gnats or something, and flies and frogs.
Locusts.
And there were, locusts. Okay. What is the symbol for cancer in the sky? It's a little crab. That's not a crab that you find in the river or the ocean. That's a little parasite, and that they've known about that for a long time because Yahweh invented disease, and he said, "I'm going to put the disease upon you." But he says, "If you will obey me and become my slave, I will take away the diseases that I put upon the Egyptians." So he destroyed the Egyptians with these diseases. I just saw a clip about a week ago. I put it on one of my videos. And I hope I can remember the guy's name. You know, the guy that used to do, I don't even remember his name, but he's like late night or something. One of these guys.
Jimmy something?
And no, the other ones, not the late night ones, but the ones that are kind of half news and half funny or whatever. I can't think of his name.
Colbert Report.
No. Colbert, like him, but it wasn't him. It was the other guy.
Like Jimmy Kimmel.
Anyway, he was on a show. I think he was on David Letterman or something, or the other new guy. And he actually said, they let him say it. I can't say it even on your show. But he actually said that in, I think it was 1900 or something right around there, they had this epidemic, one of these plagues that we hear about in history. He said that was made in a LAB, even then.
Yeah.
And if you look it up, you'll find out that they had a vial and they reanimated it. And then we had this epidemic. So I don't know, but I think that they're just using this as a way to maim and destroy and put fear and intimidation to keep us down so we don't get scared. We go to them as our savior. Let's say you're 80 years old and you've got a home and cars and you built up all this wealth and you want to leave it to your children. Well, hey, they don't like that. So what they do is about the time you start, declining, they say, well, you've got cancer, you've got this, you've got that. Come on down to the hospital. Oh my goodness, it's going to cost everything you got to save you for what? 6 more months? What? Maybe you saved your life. You're 90 years old. You're going to die anyway, but you give everything you've got. And you go on and you get tortured, with these tubes up your nose and stuff for 2 years. And then your kids have nothing. They take it all.
Yeah.
Of course, they own it all anyway. Yeah. But it's all a big scam.
But you said it right there with they own it all, because if you look at all of those diseases, they're all patented. Yeah. And that's why we can't talk about cures. You can't talk about curing anything. This is why they attack Dr. Sebi or anybody who's talking about curing anything, because you're going a breach against their patent. And if you talk against their patent, then they can sue you for that.
Yeah.
Because they own the disease. And for every patient cured is a customer lost.
If they can cure.
Well, yeah. We're not allowed to say that word cure. You can say put in remission.
Right.
The pharmacy. We said that the pharmacy is where you plant. You plant things in the farm. And then all of a sudden you have the word pharmacy. Yeah.
Well, you know what the word pharmacy is, right? It comes from the Greek pharmakia, which is, they translate sorcery in our Bibles.
Witch doctors.
Yeah.
And that's what they used to.
Let's talk.
I was just gonna ask, is that the Walgreens logo? Yeah. The Walgreens logo is looks like a cauldron or something. Looks like.
I was taught.
We got to pull up the Walgreens logo, AD. We come back.
I was taught a long time ago. This dude told me when I was locked up. He said, "You know what God stand for?" I said, "What?" He said, "It stands for government of democracy." You know what I'm saying?
It's hard.
So it's like when people
guns, oil, and drugs.
Guns, oil, and drugs. Yeah, that makes sense too.
That's the God they trusted.
When you go downtown LA, you ever see that mural by the court building, and it says the government, the highest of science and highest of mathematics?
I think so. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It has a pillar up there of I want to say Abraham Lincoln and George Washington.
Yeah, I think we walked. Yeah, we walked by that before.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. But that's what they strive to be. They strive to be the God of the people, government of democracy, the God. You know what I'm saying? And they provide the people with all the so-called, things of this world.
Right. And they come out with these books. Created these books in the 1800s, 1611, blah, 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 blah. Then they did, we had the answers, we did this, don't worry about it, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, you have to be, they call this esoteric now, knowledge. That when you have some type of knowledge that, oh, okay, now you're esoteric. It's not the regular thing. But that seems like that was the regular norm, that we knew things back then. But now, like, we got distracted somehow. Something happened, a new type of dark ages.
Yeah, because think about it. When you get in trouble or something like that, people don't call God, they call the government. Whether it be the police agency, the ambulance, the fire department.
Wyclef told you that. Right. Told you, please, someone call 911. For real.
So they put on the dollar bill, it says, "In God we trust," but they don't know that the GOD is guns, oil, drugs.
He's just coming back. Yeah,
I want to give a shout out to the a super chat. We've got Hybrid Cypher. He says fluoride and aspartame are toxic chemicals. Why are they used? He hit the nail on the head because people drink a Diet Coke thinking they're like, oh, I'm avoiding sugar. I'm having my Diet Coke, but you're having something worse than sugar, which is aspartame, which is banned in other countries.
Well, let the guest answer that question. Why are they used? Start with Jalisa.
You don't. That's why. You not thinking. Like every day when I open up my phone, I'm just like, why are people falling for this? How are people falling for this? How like the freaking India, the moon landing thing, the video, the pictures I saw, I'm just like, what is this? What is happening? Why? Like, I don't get it. I really don't. And I don't know how it's been done so quickly and on such a grand scale. Now, some people I do are truly waking up, but it's still like some people, I don't know.
Well, you know something? If you go into a village, and this has always been true, there's a bunch of armies and you go in there and you threaten them, you show them your guns or whatever, and you start pillaging and stealing and you say, listen, we're going to kill everybody unless you do this, that, and the other thing. Everybody will just get right down and do whatever you tell them. This has always been the way it is. People are cowards. And because nobody wants to die and nobody wants to, no one wants to lose their children or their wife or anything. So they just do what they're told. The only time people fight back is when they're pushed to a point where they feel like they're going to lose their life. You grab somebody physically and you start hitting them to where they're feeling it, then they'll fight back. I don't care who you are. An old granny will fight back when she's being threatened and she believes her life is at stake. That's why they never go that far. They never push us that far because they know we'll wake up at that point. But if they can push us a little bit further every decade, just a little bit further, then pretty soon we're all in prison and we really don't even know we're actually in prison. You were talking about Elon Musk and his satellites. Do you know, let me ask everybody on this panel, does anybody know what they're actually for, those satellites up there? We already had satellites that, we got fiber optics running the telephone. We don't need satellites for the phone. That's not what it's for. Yes, he can use them to get emergency satellite signal over in Russia or somewhere or Hawaii, but that's not what we're using to get our phone signal. So, all right, explain to me who's ever told us or explained to us what they're for, because evidently there's so many of them, and I can go out here in New Mexico and look up because I'm not near any cities, and they're going across, they're blanketing the sky everywhere. They're flying around everywhere. Well, I'll tell you what they are. It's a prison. Remember what Reagan said, the actor that they hire, just like Zelensky over in, they're actors.
The comedian.
He said, The only way we're going to have unity, isn't that what they want? One world unity, is if there is a threat that is going to affect everybody.
Yeah.
And then we'll all come together. And then what did he say it would be? Star Wars. Remember he was going to build Star Wars to fight him? That's what they're doing with these things. They know that Jesus is coming and they're going to fight him. And they're trying to hold us hostage. And those satellites in the air are literally your prison. And you paid for it, the taxpayer. And once we paid for the satellites, remember when the Challenger and those things used to go up in the air and we were all like, yay, you know, and they're putting up satellites? That was financed by NASA, by your tax dollar. Guess what? When it got all finished, they just handed it over to the Goggle brothers. Billions and billions of dollars we put into that. And now they're using it. And we got GPS and Google Maps and all that stuff. And we think it's so wonderful, but it's ours. It belongs to us. And then they kick us off and say that we're not allowed on the platform.
Now, you know, there was something called the Global Dragnet Space System. And they have the Blue Beam. I know about that, the Blue Beam project. They have a whole bunch of names for these. So whether you believe it or not, what he's saying, or whether it's real or not, they are positioned. Yeah. Because they have to be on point for themselves. Because if any prophecy or anything happened, their whole thing is at stake. Yeah. This is real. This is, I mean, come on, this is almost like the meal.
Yeah.
The stake. Everything's at stake at this point, and it's like, yo, we have to they have to defend the agenda. Yeah. And the higher cause. Man, you could love all your heart the Cincinnati Bengals.
Yeah.
Right.
Right? You say it's a year of the Tiger. But you already know that the opposite team is in there planning.
Thanks.
They are planning to take your team out of the playoffs so they won't make it to the Super Bowl.
Right.
And Chiefs. And it goes all the way up. But it goes all the way up top.
Let me ask you something. Do all of you believe that there was a time when nations come together in war, like tribes, way back, 2,000, 5,000 years ago? They came together and fought to the death. Do you think that ever happened?
Came together and fought to the death?
That's a good question.
Like, for instance, do you think Assyria tried to destroy Babylon? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is what we've been dealing with. Now, what if, the people who own all the weapons in the world are a foreign entity? Yeah. Do you think they're trying to kill you? Do you think they might be trying to promote themselves and destroy us? Yes. So why haven't they already done it? Because they're slowly doing it. We're dying.
Damn.
And while we're in this state of death, they, up to now, they needed us as slaves to work in the mines. They needed the gold. They needed the silver. They need to get out of the mine. Well, now it's all automated. They don't need you anymore.
Yeah.
It's just in perspective. I give you that.
Give you a bomb on that one.
Because at the end of the day, when you really think about it, if you're in a position of power, right, and you want to stay in that position of power, your greatest weapon that you have is control. Because that's what's going to keep you in power. As soon as somebody gets out of control, you know what I'm saying, that creates chaos. Creates disorder. Disorder creates what?
Disorder, Dysfunction.
You know what I'm saying?
Free will.
You know, their whole thing has always been about control. And if they got to use food to control you, they'll do that. If they got to use water to control you, they'll do that. If they got to use whatever to control you, the TV or whatever, they do that. Because if I create a government, the first thing I'm going to look at is why did all the other governments fall? One is going to be because of hunger. The other one is going to become a disdain, you know what I'm saying, people inside your own society. So if you keep your own society cool, then 9 times out of 10, you can keep your own loyalty cool. But as soon as the people become, you know what I'm saying, disdain and they want to rebel, just like EBT and food stamps and shit like that. Where did that come from? That came from the Black Panther Party of black people being dissatisfied with the government because they felt like they wasn't getting their piece of the pie. Now you got food stamps and stuff like that. What? People chilling now. They're like, oh, well, I'm like, come on, brother, just fight, nigga. I'm about to go to the store and get me some chicken and waffles. Fight for what? You know what I'm saying? So as long as the people are staying hungry, you know what I'm saying, people are fed, there's no need to fight.
Right.
And it don't matter what you feed them, because at the end of the day, your main thing is what? Maintaining power.
There's to add on to you, there's a passage that said that the beast would be fat. Or it was the whore, the great whore. But it was these people have drunk down so much and been fat, and for the sacrifice. Yeah. But she's made herself full. I don't remember.
Full off of power.
Yeah, full off of power.
Drunken off of power.
Yeah, drunk off of power.
Yeah.
And things of that nature. So yeah, so that goes along with it.
Yeah.
So they let them keep eating.
Yep.
And the more we start waking up, I want to hear from Neru also, because she was going in too.
Yeah.
Right.
Hold on. I did have something I wanted to touch on. But yeah, I feel like it's a level of comfortability, definitely. Just as far as all the different communities. And also just like they brainwash us in different ways. So each culture has their own brainwash, if that makes sense. Men and women have their own brainwash, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? So they attacked us in different ways to keep, like you said, the control. And then they have like pre-planned plans and plots of how they want to attack when it's time. So like New World Order or the King Alfred plan, or like, which I was talking about before, Project Bluebeam with the hologram technology and a different like telepathic technology that they've been perfecting. So yeah, they are really tricky just as far as like plotting and just like the tactics and different things like that. But I feel like the longer we are comfortable, the longer we are, like what he was saying, like just setting our ways, if that makes sense. It's not going to change. Nothing's really going to change. And I even take back to what David was saying as far as like it not becoming a thing where your life is like literally being threatened like directly. A lot of the things that they doing, they pass it off as like conspiracy, and you know, even that word was changed in like what the 70s and the 80s to a different meaning so that they can change how we perceive the word, if that makes sense. So it's just a lot of trickiness to them. They know exactly what they're doing too.
Yeah.
But we waking up.
Well, it's hard because a lot of people are divided, and a lot of people are either depressed. You know what I mean? There's a lot of things that go into control, because like you can easily control somebody if they're depressed and they got their own issues and problems and laziness and all that type of stuff. So like when you look at all that type of stuff, it's like it's not that we can't come over. It's just the fact that a lot of people in general are just stuck in their own problems, and we can't overcome that. You know, like it's most of that is gonna be hard to even take over in the first place. You know. Yeah. So that's how I look at it.
And going back,
hungry man to kill you.
Yeah.
Like, you don't feel like you can come against certain things, or you know, like I can only really speak from a person of color. Like we are brainwashed to believe that we're less than, and we're, you know, we don't have any control and we're not powerful, and you know, just a lot of different things. So if you coming from that aspect and you're not educating yourself, or you're not taking that time to like read books, you're not taking that time to like bust down the different documents and you know, things like that, you're gonna stay in that level, you're gonna stay in that frequency and feel like, you know, you're helpless. There's not much you can do, you know. Yeah. So I feel like knowledge itself is like the first step, just knowing who you are and what you can do and just the power that we have. And from there we can kind of, you know, you'll have the confidence to be able to, you know, do certain things.
Word.
Man, we're waking up, man.
Yeah.
Look at this. Can I play it one more time? Jalisa might want to break it down.
Come on. Let's get out of here. Look, Emerald City is closer and prettier than ever.
People hate it being out dark.
You're waking up out of the woods. So you don't know what it is, AD, when I'm playing.
That's before my time.
Yeah, you don't know what that's about.
The Emerald City.
Yeah, it's the Emerald City. You know anything about that? You got to learn that.
Man, what is that?
Yeah, exactly.
The land that flowed with milk and honey.
Yeah, but you had the Cowardly Lion. You know, you had the Tin Man, the workers. They said he had no heart.
Those are all metaphors for
the
industrial
South.
age,
Yeah,
right?
they said the South was stupid, so they had no brains. So you had the scarecrows. You know what I'm saying, back then. So if you go back and you really analyze what the Wizard of Oz was about, you'll figure out that song, because it says you're out of the woods, you're out of the night, I mean, you're out of the dark, you're out of the night. You know, step into the light, AD, please.
Yeah, there's several interpretations for it, right? There's a political allegory.
Yeah.
There's the coming of age and personal growth, the psychological interpretation, and the spiritual interpretation. That's interesting.
Well, see, these movies, they come from ideas. They come from plans. There's nothing new under the sun. Yeah. So they come, they plan things out, they put it on screen. They can't hold it. Yeah. Ah, man, you got to put this out somehow. Yeah. These are great signs.
Yeah.
Who was in war?
You know who made these movies?
Yeah. Yeah, tell us.
So every one of these things, like Alice in Wonderland, Wizard of Oz, they were made by members of the Masonic occult.
Talk to them.
They were high up Masons that did this. That's now. Let me give you an example. You've heard of L. Ron Hubbard, right?
Yeah.
He made the Scientology. Well, he made novels. If you read his novels, he tells you the whole story, what they got planned for you. His teacher was Aleister Crowley, in over there in Pasadena. They had the Temple Ordy or whatever. The Anton LaVey of the Satanic Church was from him, and NASA was from him. Parsons, Werner von Braun wrote a book. Now, what's he writing a book for? He's supposed to be some amazing scientist, but he writes a novel, and he says that some guy named Elon's going to take the world to Mars. So what do they? And then there's another guy, another one of these occult guys that wrote a book that says that some guy named Trump will be the last president, and he'll have a big castle on Fifth Avenue. It tells you the whole story of what's going on. The reason they have these stories is because they're planning it.
Scripture.
And if you look in the stories, if you know how to understand these stories, you'll see that they will admit the truth and that we have the ability to get out of this, but they never tell us. They're always hoping we don't wake up.
That's right.
You know, I don't know if you guys watched, there was a series on Netflix, I think.
Walking Dead?
It was called The 100.
Oh, yeah. That's a good one.
Okay, you watch that and you're going to figure out exactly what they plan on doing. Everything from everything.
The nuclear attacks and everything. How most of, the world will be just radioactive, so you won't even really be able to survive. The whole nine, it's deep.
Man.
Damn.
Gotta check it out.
Jalissa, you were going to say something. Go ahead.
Oh, I said I had the book right here.
Oh, nice.
I have a lot of books. I have a lot of.
Which one is that?
This is the one that had the Baron Trump and the last.
Oh, yeah. And they claim that was written in 1800. I think it's a HOAX. I don't think it was made back then.
It says copyright 1892.
Does it say that? Because I heard that somebody tried to look it up in the Library of Congress or something. It wasn't there, but maybe it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bought all of these books once I started to really become aware. I was like, let me read it.
Yeah, it's wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's just all scripture. Like if you in a position of power, you don't want to just wing it. You know what I'm saying? Or we'll just figure out who's going to be the next president through this democratic system and stuff like, nah, they actually plan, okay, you're going to be next and then you're going to be next and we're going to run it just like this and that. Like in the Behold the Pale Horse book, they say that Russia and America have a meeting every year and trade different technology with each other. Then when you go and you study Russia's technologically aircraft, they're similar to America's aircraft. You test their missiles, they're similar to America's missiles. Like, they're just basically playing the left hand and the right hand just on the east and the west term. So, it makes it look like they're fighting against each other when in all actuality, they're just sparring. But at the end of the day, when they come up for the fight, when the dude gives the snap, he falls in the third round. Because it's all what? Planned and plotted.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It don't matter who wins the fight, it's who we pick to win the fight.
Did you guys see the heavyweight boxing match between Anthony Joshua and Usyk?
Joshua. I don't think I saw that one.
You haven't seen that?
Who was it?
Anthony Joshua, the heavyweight champion of the world, fought Alexander Usyk.
Oh, I missed that one. Go ahead.
When was this?
Well, about a year ago, whatever, he took the championship.
Okay.
Well, Usyk is from Ukraine. He's a little guy. I was going to say, I'm surprised none of you watched it.
Yeah.
I've watched it, and I don't believe that he won.
Yeah.
That was about decision?
Okay. Yeah, but, okay. You remember the last heavyweight champion was Klitschko, who's actually the mayor in Ukraine?
Yeah.
Okay, this is so political. If you watch these fights, they can make anybody they want to win. They narrate the whole thing while you're watching, and they say, "Oh boy, he's getting it now," and you start believing what they're saying.
Yeah.
But you turn the sound off and you watch that fight back, and Anthony Joshua won that fight.
Right.
I give you one even crazier.
That's right.
And Priest know about this one.
Right.
The Bengals played against the Rams in the Super Bowl. You know, one of the greatest.
All sports, y'all. It's all sports.
Now, what are the colors of the Rams?
Ball is ball, right?
Yeah,
There was a deity called Baal. Baal.
Baal.
Yeah. But everyone goes to the stadium to see the ball.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To worship the ball. Like that.
Then
and
what
the
is
ram is
Amen.
Kemet.
Yep.
Yeah, go ahead.
Amen. But the Rams' colors are blue and yellow. What are the colors for the flag of Ukraine?
And Golden State. And all of them, y'all.
And then, they won the same year. Golden State won the same year. So it's like, was it all planned at the same time that they was kicking off the war with Ukraine and Russia, that all of a sudden the Rams won and they got the same exact colors as the Ukrainian flag, which is blue and yellow? And then they changed the Ukrainian flag colors to blue and gold.
It's all planned. Planned it.
Hey, this'll blow your mind. What are the colors for the North Korean flag?
I don't even know.
Red, white, and blue.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And the Russian flag is red, white, and blue.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wait, what was that again?
Yep.
It's a lot of red, white, and blue. It's the red and the blue, the separation. That's the polarity with
red
with
shift, blue shift.
Yeah. And to give an example for like celebrities, I think I seen an interview with Busta Rhymes where he was saying that he talked to like a young Justin Timberlake, like he was probably like 8. And he basically told him his entire life and how it was going to play out, that he was going to be a part of a group. He was going to be a lead singer in a group. He was going to go solo. He's going to, kind of have a relationship with one of the top artists and, in Hollywood. The whole shebang. I think this was actually on his Drink Champs. So, all of this stuff is pre-planned. A lot of it really is. And even when you think about sports, though, sometimes you might even see like a celebrity or like an NBA player. He's a bum. Like he's literally a bum, right? And then like a year, 2 years later, he's one of the nicest people in the NBA. James Harden, for instance, and not to come at his neck, but like he was a bum for a long time. And then out of nowhere, he just was one of the nicest people in the NBA. It's confusing, right? So like, I feel like a lot of the things of these parties that they have and a lot of these little meetups and Met Galas and all of these different things, they're doing a lot of rituals and things to help amplify their abilities.
Man.
Well, you look at how it looks inside of the party.
Yeah.
You all have to wear either it's all white party or all black party or all red party.
Yeah.
But then you get in free because there was no, like, what are we celebrating here? Everyone getting in free. Everything was paid for already. Then there's free liquor.
Yeah.
All the lights are off and there's a celebration going on, but you don't know what it is, but you're in a full blown.
Yeah.
You already got the same suit. Everybody got the same, and everyone's, and then they have pool parties where the pool is right there. Now, I don't know too many people that get in the pool, but it'll be 1 or 2.
Yeah.
Then you have a naked girl coming there, and they have fruit on her body.
Yeah. We got to go to that party, though. What's that party?
But this is a ritual. These are rituals. They've been doing this since way back. You know what I'm saying? A naked girl with fruit all over her body. and hors d'oeuvre. Kanye was just
when Whitney Houston passed,
yeah.
she actually passed away at the award show. Like they were having, they had a party in the same hotel. Like they was either having the Grammy show inside of the same building, or they had the after party in the same building where she died. And they didn't even take her body out the building. Her body was still literally inside of the hotel room, breathless, while they're
still
partying.
warm.
Yep,
Man.
Jennifer Hudson.
Wow.
Jennifer Hudson did like a weird like ritual at the party where she like sung a Whitney Houston song. It was like a whole thing. They compared her to her. So
Do
yeah,
you think rituals are bad?
freaky- Not necessarily.
Yeah, it depends
Not
on who's
necessarily.
throwing them and for what.
What they're doing is bad.
Singing
but-
happy birthday is a ritual.
Exactly. Brushing your teeth every morning is a ritual.
There you go.
This is supposed to be because some people don't do it, right?
Yeah.
You be surprised.
I mean,
The way they do it, they do big sacrifices which you don't even see. There's one where they serve human meat. They serve they serve raw food. You eat that. You eat the raw food. They call it tartar, whatever.
That's great.
oh, beef tartare.
Yeah.
Yeah, raw
delicious.
beef.
Whatever you want. You find out tartar is probably a Sumerian word. Tartar sounds like something the ancient.
I had it before. I told him I need this cooked.
Yeah.
Well, we can,
Send it back. I don't want the tartare. You all need to cook this
yeah,
one.
exactly.
Nasty.
Well, they have the eating rituals and they have all these type of things. You leave, you feel like, what just happened? You know what
No,
I'm
for
saying? Yeah. Next thing you know,
They got you drinking blood and all
Yeah.
types of eating blood.
then you start craving it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Next thing you know, you're a vampire. You out there.
Yeah.
Oh, I feel lonely at night.
Yeah.
Word. Then, it's all getting you going. Distractions. Now you lost the path.
Yeah.
Yeah, you fell victim, brother. Brother was on point.
Yeah.
Now you out there looking crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
you, it happens like that. But for the bigger picture, it's all to throw us and distract us and put us into their agenda in a big bulk. They get off when people die like that. They get off. But that's it feels so good. They throw parties. What I mean, it's an after party tonight. It's Monday.
Yeah.
And all the numbers always line up.
Yeah.
All the time.
Always line up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wait, you heard about that? When I went to a party, they told me that a Leah plane fell. I was at a party in L.A.
And they said the plane fell. They said, yeah.
I'm already in there. They like, you know what I'm saying? They just said, yo, Leah, what if they said that? You know what I'm saying? You never know.
Yeah.
I'm inside
Right.
I'm inside the party.
Well, you know the dude from you ever heard of Wagner? Wagner Group, the Russian mercenary military business.
Right.
Nope.
The dude that's the head of the Wagner Group, his plane just crashed today.
Yeah, saw that. Yeah.
He was on his way going to Nigeria.
Really?
Yeah.
You know, it's Kobe's birthday today, too.
Yeah,
That's wild.
Yeah.
That's
Plane
crazy.
crashing on Kobe's birthday. Come
That's
on.
wild. No.
Yeah.
Let's get up, yo.
Yeah.
This
Yeah,
is
it's
not
crazy.
for the
It's-
tickets.
That's crazy.
Yeah, no, that's
Everything is math. Everything is mathematically designed here.
the powers that be,
Let's
man. I
go.
learned this when I just went to jail just now. You know, I had a dude actually come up in there and told me, he was like, yo, they don't want you doing what you're doing. And not in the street. Go sit in your kingdom and stay there. Get out the city. They don't want you in the city. And I was like, what? He said, they gonna let you go,
Yeah.
but you gotta comply. I was like, what the fuck? But you know, that's what the powers that be. That's what they want. They don't want free thinking minds that can change the fabric of society because they already got it planned.
My social media is heavily shadow banned. Like I have a ban on my Instagram. I can't run any kind of ads, nothing. Like it's frustrating when you're trying to tell people the truth or at least get them to open up their mind and it's like no one sees it.
Yeah.
But you can do a stupid TikTok dance and it goes 2 million people right now.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
idiocracy is, you know,
That's
that's the plan.
They want everybody in low frequency. I always said that. Like, think about you hear like modern day music now. Like it's like a siren. It's like a mind control in a way.
Yeah.
It's like low frequency music. They push it a lot. That's why a lot of artists get big quicker now. You know what I mean? Whatever it's said, it's said. You know what I mean? It's not really even anything that's conscious. Is a lot of things that's just words.
We gotta remember the CIA is counterintelligence agency. So they counter the intelligent people. That's the people that they're looking for. The dummies, they don't care nothing about them. It's the intelligent people that can pull knowledge from the stars and manifest things out of nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because they don't know what you might create.
Well, they know we have power.
Yeah.
We just don't. And they put out movies with these sad endings. You know, for real. They do. They put out this, and then they put out this doubt. I mean, if you watch the series of Walking Dead, you probably be like, man, Negan ended up being the man, right? You know, he beat the Rick. He beat Rick.
Yeah.
It's like, damn, man, there's no hope.
Yeah.
And then Rick was a cop. You
Right.
look at that. Then you can look at movies like They Live, classics. You know what I mean?
Right.
They Live and Dark City and all of that.
Yep.
How the elders in the nighttime in the dark control that what you do see. So yeah, y'all on point. Everybody up here that's building, and I want the audience to know this, man. What y'all looking at, always go back to this because you getting it raw right now from
Oh baby, I like it raw.
Yeah, 6 exactly. Well, 5, 6 of us, right?
Yeah.
7.
I lost count.
7 of us, right?
Yep.
It's crazy. 7 on the panel.
Right. That's right.
That's a completion.
Yeah.
I'm the man behind the curtain.
Remember,
you Oz?
remember Clint Eastwood?
Yeah.
Yep.
He's still alive, ain't he?
Remember how they made it that line popular? He had his gun on that guy, and he said, "Come on, make my day."
Yeah.
Well, that was in order to convince us, get us to make that our hero.
MJ will be my new name.
Hold
No
on,
more
hold-
Michael Jackson. I want a
What up,
whole
AD?
new character, a whole new look. I should be a totally different person.
My
All right.
bad, that was me. Go ahead.
Go ahead, you can go.
My bad.
It was a
Oh,
glitch.
I was just saying
Was it the
they
same
had
cat?
that
It was a glitch. Go ahead. We good.
Okay. Well, no, anyway, so Clint Eastwood would say, "Come on, make my day." What they were doing is they were trying to get us to admire being a policeman. And if you're a policeman, your demeanor should be, "I hate all of you evil, wicked criminals. And I'd like to kill you. I mean, just one little move and I'll get you." And everybody, they idolized individuals like that. So every day we had to watch a police show, a cop show, a doctor show, a lawyer show, and they made them glamorous, and everybody wanted to be a cop, and everyone wanted to be a lawyer, and then they wanted us to think that it was a moral thing, that we should just hate these criminals. But it's kind of like, let's say that you had a mother and father that told their children never, ever, ever eat candy. If you eat candy, you're going to get a spanking. And then they send them to their room, and when the little kids come out, they've got somebody in the corner selling candy in their house. And so the kids look around, they're like, mom goes in the kitchen, they go get some candy. And then they come back and get a spanking. That's ridiculous. They can control the borders, and they're bringing fentanyl in here, and then they put you in jail for having it, So,
wow.
Yeah, it's all
deep.
I've never looked at it that way. That's a cold way of thinking. Like, just like,
Batman.
That's wild. Yeah.
Most of the superheroes Batman was working with the CIA.
Yeah.
I heard if you flip it on another, he kind of like was helping the criminals. It was something like that, right?
No, I always said, like, if Batman was a villain himself, like, he's technically a villain. If you think about it, he's technically the opposer. You know what I mean? Like, he's not for justice technically.
And the anti-hero.
Yeah,
technically.
He was a billionaire.
Yeah.
Right.
And,
Billionaire.
Like Iron Man.
That's another one.
Yeah.
Because, you can't just have any random superhero just...
Don't forget, Iron Man ended up wanting to...
he's the Tin Man.
Join the Accords and have everyone sign the Accords, and that's why you had that Civil War movie. Because Captain America wasn't for that.
Yeah, Captain America.
Because he wanted freedom. You know what I mean? So it was like almost like, whoa, we got like a Democrat Republican situation going on here, and they're all choosing sides, and it's civil war. It's like, yo,
yeah,
ironic.
But it shows you that they don't align though. All heroes have their own different motivations, or even why they're a hero in the first place.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Heroes.
Mm-hmm.
Hero. Yeah, exactly. Heroes. Man, this is it. Do we got any super chats?
We got some shout outs in here. Let's see.
Yeah, I love this, man. I love this conversation where this is going.
Yeah.
Word.
A lot of stuff being talked about.
Hero,
Who makes the Marvel movies? Who makes the Marvel movies that have these really deep thinking, just like Disney?
Mm-hmm.
Disney has some very deep messages in their movies.
Mm-hmm.
Walt.
Writing them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
What do they know?
No.
Where did they get this knowledge from?
It originated from
well, just like that lunatic Kellogg's, Mr. Kellogg's in them.
Yeah.
7 Day Adventist retard. You're gonna find out that him. No, for real. All these guys, we don't really know them. They be making these books. They make all these, and you never know they was stone weirdos.
Yeah.
They didn't like the lights off when they go to sleep. You don't know these people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But then they put in what they feel that, that's what made it a part of the occult, which just means hidden, right? Or hill people. But it's like they put in there what they feel, then you give it to the people, and we spread it around, and it's like it becomes like, oh man, this guy was a crazy person, and we fall into that vibration. Now every time you eat cereal, you should be thinking. No, for real. It's like, damn, man, this
gotta stop
guys
masturbating
were
today.
crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No masturbation today. Let me go get back a box of Kellogg's.
Yeah, or Tang, Kellogg's. Who's it? Sanka. All these big corporations that don't care nothing about us.
Yeah.
But you know what? The trees and stuff, they really believe in us. Because when our chemicals go back to the trees take that and then create cures.
Yeah.
For 100 generations that people that died, whatever they died or animals died from, they come up and say, man, you need this. A little bit more vitamin C, a little bit more, this, that. It gives back to us. But they don't, they practice. They got doctors right now that Google stuff. Oh, you got what? You need to sit down.
It's a business. That's why they don't teach doctors nutrition.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They don't really care about us.
Yeah. They give you a glass of water, say sit down and say, tell me what happened now?
Yeah, fluoride water.
Yeah. No, still they know the good one. They give us the still when you're in there. But I'm saying fluoride, they know, that's just the end all be all.
Yeah.
Man.
To answer also what Jalisa was asking, she was talking about the owner of Marvel. It was originally Stan Lee, and it was his great creations as an amazing comic book writer. But now it's owned by Disney, and now it's sus in a way, because it's like, now what are their intentions? Because Disney, we already know about Disney. I don't got to tell you all about Disney. Yeah. Now, same thing happened with Star Wars. You know what I mean? George Lucas created Star Wars, an amazing story. It was kind of like a soap opera in space, quote unquote. And it was great. It was awesome. And then Disney bought it.
Murdered it.
And now, you know what I mean? There's a lot of, for the hardcore Star Wars fans, they already know, whether it's got ruined or not. But, we don't know what kind of intentions are in the stories anymore. It's like, it is what it is. But it's just funny how Disney was the monopoly and came in and took over these huge franchises. You know what I'm saying? Next thing you know, Fast and Furious is going to be owned by Disney.
That's why we have to celebrate real artists and people that make music that's beautiful, like Nero. Her songs are, man.
Speaking of which, didn't y'all do a song?
Yeah, yo.
Yeah, we got a song.
We did 2 songs.
Got 2 songs. Yeah, we got 2 songs. 2 songs. Crazy.
2 songs, Arizona.
Yeah.
The king of time.
Yo, 2 songs. Oh, 2 songs. Like 2. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, exactly. Perfect place. What's and then I got one for you. I know you got some music for us tonight. We're going to play some of that.
Oh, y'all going to play some of me?
Yeah.
Hey, I got it ready.
Oh, play, you should probably play Spectrums or something. Play something more on the smooth side. I've more recently trying to, I've been making music that's a little bit more relatable. That makes sense.
Yeah.
But you already know that's just sugar in the, that's just putting medicine in the candy. So yeah, but I want y'all to hear some of the music that I, just some of my core Niru music.
Hey.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
See, I believe that a lot of the businesses.
We're gonna get to it. Go ahead.
I believe that a lot of the businesses that was created in America, when they went and did their science, you know what I'm saying, on how to keep their businesses going, the number one thing it came back down to was how do we get the people to be addicted to us, to keep the profit margins going up.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you look at every spectrum of business, whether it's Disney using sex to sell, you know what I'm saying, their products, or using beer. You know, if you go to the beer companies, they're using women to sell their beers, you know what I'm saying? Or, you know what I'm saying, putting the additives and stuff like that in the food, you know what I'm saying, so that people become addicted to the food. I think it's just all, you know what I'm saying, as a business owner, how do you get a person addicted to your business to increase your profit margins? And I think they just done got so good at that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That now it's just detrimental to the people because you don't care no more. It's like, okay, well, what's the profit margins this month? Okay, Tesla just went up, this and that, or Kellogg's just went. You know, it make you feel like if you don't have our product, you can't survive or live.
Yep.
Because they got office buildings where they have groups that are dedicated.
Yeah.
They spend their whole day trying to get more customers.
Yep.
And they're pulling every string possible.
Yeah.
And they show up to work every day trying to find something.
Yeah, we don't know Cools or Newport or the Coca-Cola family. You know what I'm saying? There's a big, but they sell billions and billions and billions.
Yeah.
Just give it to them. Then they go to the hood and they find out, oh wow, they mix a Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
So they say, all right, we'll just make cherry cola.
Right.
Put cherry cola up in there. Throw that out, brand it and market, make it look good, but it's full of there's death in there.
Oh hell yeah!
What about grape drink? Did you have much grape drink?
Nah, I have the grape drink, but
I've had some of that.
Sunny Dew?
I don't know if it was Sunny Dew, but I
some.
had grape drink before. It was amazing.
See,
Grape drink.
I'm like, this is what all the hype's about. It's fire.
He's the older young.
I want the purple stuff.
You go for all of that.
Yeah.
Wonder Bread.
Well, not Wonder Bread. I don't got no Wonder Bread. Sourdough. Organic sourdough.
Yeah. But you got to watch out for that. Yeah, watch out because they are trying to
They better not attack my sourdough bread. That's
and
all I
take
got
away your
left.
cereal too.
Hey, they might
That's all I got.
They might already got it.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Close my ears to it. Y'all ain't gonna
Don't worry
take
about
my
AD.
sourdough bread.
Yeah.
That's my shit.
Yeah. AD, what y'all feel about sugar?
Oh, don't get me started.
Like
I'll
I'm talking about
down.
white sugar. You know what I mean?
Sucrose.
Yeah. They put that in everything like drugs.
No.
Like
They
coming
put
from
high
cane.
fructose corn syrup in everything because that's what keeps you coming back for more because the high fructose is what stimulates the liver to increase more ghrelin, make you more hungry. That's why they got rid of real sugar from all the sodas. You know what I mean? At the when you go buy a soda, it's not real sugar anymore. That was the good shit. Now they put high fructose corn syrup. That's the bad shit. It keeps you coming back for more, makes you more thirsty.
What about the white sugar?
White sugar is you know what I mean? In caloric balance, your body takes it, absorbs it, you burn it off, you're good.
Yeah, but guess what?
Go ahead. It's bad for your teeth.
They've recently genetically modified beets.
Oh.
So that's where they get the sugar now. So the regular sugar is almost as bad now too.
Because it's GMO.
Genetically modified. Hey guys,
I believe that.
I gotta head out of here because it's getting dark and I ain't got no lights. But I really enjoyed the program. I really thank you for having me on.
Yeah, we're gonna build again, man. We're gonna bring you back on here, man. Ladies and gentlemen, that's Dave.
Thank you for your knowledge, brother. We appreciate you.
Well, thank you all. And I really enjoyed some of the comments. You guys you got it. You're doing good. And I think you guys know what you're doing, and I appreciate you.
Dave Voss, man. Yeah, let's go. Thank you, man. Thank you for that. Let's go.
All right. We'll see you guys. Have a good one.
You too.
I don't know how to click out of here. I'll try. Okay, I fear it.
I know you want to be 30 minutes late.
There you go.
Yeah, no doubt, man. That was beautiful.
Hey, and then there were two.
Yeah, exactly. But man, the hair, that right there is just, it makes it majestic. It's it's getting majestic up in here. Yo,
as a
Jalisa.
Scorpio rising, that's why I have all black.
Oh, okay.
Scorpio.
All the time.
You're an Aquarius though, right?
I'm an Aquarius.
That's right, I remember.
Aquarius with a Scorpio rising.
Wow.
What's your moon?
Depth.
Yeah.
She's deep.
Yeah, of course, you already know.
And Sagittarius moon. So that's why some people don't like the way I deliver messages. Little intense, little fiery. Not too much emotion behind it.
Yeah.
Just say what you got to say. Don't beat around the bush. That's how I am. So.
But you're into philosophy too. You got that philosophical.
I'm into everything. I'll have a conversation about everything, no matter what you believe in. Like, I just want to hear why you believe in. I like, well, Aquarius likes to observe human behavior. So like, why do you think like that? Why do you do that? Non-judgmental, very objective. Like, you could be like, I robbed a bank today, and I'd be like, why?
It wasn't today.
You know, like I just want to know why. Why did you do that?
Oh, well, the reason
why'd you do that, man, Camper?
Well, the reason why I robbed the bank is because my brother told me that that's where the money was.
Oh.
So we went, and instead of robbing poor black folks, we was like, let's just go to the bank where the source, where all the money is. And that literally is the reason why I robbed the bank at 17 years old.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Man.
Yeah, my students would always tell me, they would literally confess their crimes to me. And I'm like, don't do that. No, and they were so comfortable. I don't know why people feel like they're okay with dumping like all kinds of secrets, but now I know Scorpio is secrets and everything hidden, the occult, all that kind of stuff. So people are like, I can talk to her about this.
They trust you with the secrets.
I'm good at, I will keep it.
Yep.
I'm good at holding it in. Yes.
There you go.
No doubt. Word. Oh man, okay. I got one thing. You got that scripture I was telling you about.
31:3.
Yeah, real quick, and I would go to one more, and we can close on this. This is the one I was telling you about. Other things that were happen in Eden, and that the trees represented something.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
31:3. Who can be compared with you in majesty? Consider Assyria, once in cedar in Lebanon, with beautiful branches overshadowing the forest.
Yeah,
it towered on high, its top above the thick foliage.
Right. So in the King James version, it says that Assyria was a tree.
Yeah.
So that tree, because there was a bunch of trees around there, and then go ahead, you can read on.
And then it says, the waters nourished it. Deep springs made it grow tall. Their streams flowed, and all around it base and sent their channels to all the trees of the field. So it towered higher than all the trees of the field.
Right.
Its boughs increased, and its branches grew long, spreading because of abundant waters.
So it's like flies, it's like poetry. You know, like we smoke trees, and when you smoke trees, you're not actually smoking a tree, but there was different nations that were there. And you go to Ezekiel yourself. This is not me saying it. It's right in there. And AD. I have it. I just have to look for it real quick. Okay, you read this. Hold on, let me see. And this is in Mark, right? 8:25, 8:22 to 25. It says, and he looked up and said, "I see men as trees." That's I'll close with that.
Boom.
So people were regarded as trees back then, just like a big multitude of people were like the sea or oceans and stuff like that. So a lot of things were metaphors when you go into the Ezekiel, and AD is right. So the song I got, the King of Tyre, would tie up into that, and you can see more. There's never nothing on the surface. Everything always go deeper.
Yeah.
So there was more things going on in Eden that you could just read about. 2 trees. The trees represent nations.
Yeah. Just like you was talking about earlier about how back in Genesis we was talking about don't eat from the tree of knowledge.
Right. They were going to Assyria.
Yeah.
They were going into different cultures and talking to them and getting a lot of knowledge. So when you read that, that's kind of deep.
Yeah. Then once they discovered themselves, then they felt ashamed.
Yeah. Became kings. Some of people probably became kings.
Yeah.
Because there's more than one Adam.
Yeah. Facts. That's a whole. People really think that Adam and Eve was the first people on the planet until their son got sent to the land of Nod.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a plural. There's a plural. Yeah. They call their name. But yeah, I wanted to say that. Anything before we start playing the songs, because we definitely gonna play some Nehru. Well, I want to ask Jalisa, what you got going on? Because you are internet killer. You be on there doing all.
When they allow me to be.
Right. Right.
No, I try to like speak in code. I try to like be very vague with so much stuff. I'm like, man, I can't post nothing without like it being shadow banned. I can't say anything because I do believe like the way that, and when I talk about astrology, the way that I see other people who have like these big flat platforms who talk about astrology is so cookie cutter, and it's so like, oh, you're a Leo and you're so fun and you know, but I go like way deeper of what I really feel it is and why they hid it from us and why, you know, they say don't look at it, it's so evil. When you understand who you are and you understand your behaviors and why you act the way you do, why you talk the way you do, if I learn those things about each one of you, learn your moon sign, your rising, your sun, all of those, then I can know who I can be more harmonious with and talk to. And I can talk to you about this because you are into the occult, and I can talk to you about this because, and it makes everything easier. It helps you navigate easier. That's why these people use this stuff in their business. If I know who is good with money, then I can just pick that person out instead of hiring and firing all the time. I can just know you're good at doing this.
Yeah.
I look at your, and so you'll see like, I'm like, man, why? Because I grew up Catholic, so they would be like, don't look at it, it's so evil. And when I would be at the grocery store trying to like peek at it in the magazine, you know, I was like, why don't they want us to look at this? Like, what's so bad about it? And now I see why. And I'm so detached from how like I look at people now. I just look at them like energies. Like I understand each sign and how they all behave, and so I know how to move around those type of people. And I don't, it's you're less judgmental, you're less like, because you can see everything you
forgive everybody.
Yeah, and down to how you eat, down to the quickness of how you eat. I mean, every single thing is tied back to your chart. And so that's why I encourage people to really study it. And if you don't know how to study it, find somebody who really knows how and will take the time and tell you about you. Because I've had so many people, of course, during the election and during all of this stuff, when I'm like, y'all, this is happening, this is coming. And everyone's like, you're stupid. And I'm like, Aquarius is the future. We know AI, it's all of that stuff. So it was bad. It's hard to like be so aware around people who are not aware. Like,
yeah. I want to do a section on here with you. I'm sorry, I cut your wisdom.
Oh no, I'm just saying, like, it's so eye-opening that I speak to strangers all the time and telling them stuff. Like, I had somebody yesterday who was like, I've never told anyone that. Like, how do you even know that? Like, it's all here. It's all in front of your face, like secrets, family secrets, everything.
That's beautiful.
Everything.
I want to do a section AD on here, just like Cover Boy just sent me something where you have like Jalisa, Kyle Zodiac.
Oh, you know in the same podcast.
Ty.
Oh, you're bringing the big hitters.
I'm gonna call it the chart of the covenant
because they can all read charts.
Yeah. Instead of the Ark of the Covenant, we're gonna call it the Chart of the Covenant. Okay, that'd be dope. Chart to the Covenant. That'd be dope.
All the Grand Masters.
There's just so much that I'm like.
Well, that includes you, AD.
No, I am not at their level. I can't read charts like that. I can talk about the personalities. I can talk about the top three: the rising, the sun, and the moon. But once you start going into aspects, I'm out. I fold. Because I cannot go into the amount of depth that a real astrologer can. So I call myself an enthusiast.
You wouldn't call yourself that because when you say real astrologers, what are you then?
I'm just an enthusiast. I'm enthused about astrology and I know certain things, but I am not qualified.
Because you've been telling us a lot.
Yeah, I said a lot of things. I'm into astrotheology.
To you, so now we have we've been listening to you now. Is it the truth?
Yeah, no, that's good.
We took your word for it, bro.
No, I can scratch the surface.
Let us know.
I can scratch that surface up.
I'm about to hit that.
But when it comes to the deep stuff, the real astrologers are able to talk about the aspects, what it means to have a trine, and you know what I mean, when things happen, with conjunctions and stuff like that. That's where the real astrologers are able to look at your houses. That's way more beyond my scope.
You know, I gotta give a lot of credit to that though. You know, like before I even came out here in California and everything like that, and got on the podcast, like I feel like I learned a lot more about astrology than anything else. Like I knew about my sign, and I'm a Gemini and everything like that. But when people started telling me about my houses and everything like that, I started understanding myself a little bit better. Like it makes sense for what I've already been through, how I express myself in the first place. So it makes so much sense, you know what I mean? Like I'm a very what is it? I can't understand. Capricorn. I have something in Capricorn.
Is your moon?
I think that's either my moon or something, right? And it says something about like how I seek guidance or seek something.
Damn, that's a lot of intellect
or
going on.
seek knowledge or something like that. And I don't know if I'm getting it right, but I remember someone was telling me, I was like, oh shoot, that kind of do make sense, you know, like from how I look at myself and how I express myself in general. Yeah, you know, I give a lot of credit to that because. You know, and then I look at elements too, like the way how we are, like how, an air sign and what makes me express myself the best. And it's the free of thought. You know, that's how I look at the world in general. So it makes sense. And just look at the elements.
You're a free spirit. And as a Gemini, you got them arms so you could box.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you have to throw down, but when it comes down to communicate, if you got your moon in Capricorn, you're able to feel the emotions of intellect.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You have an intellectual emotion, emotionally intellectual. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
And you're a man with numbers.
Right.
So you're able to speak those numbers out and be like, yo, that's mathematically incorrect. You know what I mean? So you'll break it down with the math.
I was good at math as a kid.
You know what I'm saying? And look, that's just the top three. I'm scratching the surface.
Yeah. And then I get that.
You know, Jalisa will be able to tell you what's going to happen to you in 2 years from now.
Oh, really? Okay. I'm very curious then.
That's funny. 2 years from now, that's Gemini.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's crazy.
Synchronicity.
I give shows all that credit though.
They do usually guess all the guest signs.
I mean,
what about
it's difficult because if I guess someone's sign, it's most likely their rising that I'm guessing.
What's Nero's sign?
Oh man, I couldn't tell by looking at her. She's very profound. I'm pretty sure she has her own blend of sea moss that she makes. Man, I can only guess. Maybe Taurus. I don't know. It's so difficult to guess signs. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a challenge. It's a challenge because you might be pointing out their rising. You might be looking at their north node. There's so many things. People think I'm a Leo at first, and I'm like, that's my moon.
Nero's a Cancer. You're a Cancer, Nero?
I'm a Sagittarius.
See, I would have never guessed that.
Fire.
You got that hidden fire. What's your rising?
Big up to the Sagittarius, man.
I gotta brush up on all that stuff. I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah, I gotta brush up on it.
Man, I always make some dope music with
have a separate offline chat, and I'll just read all of you.
There you go.
Hey, newspaper. Read all
I got my rising in Libra, so I'm obsessed with balance. So it's great.
Oh, my rising in Libra. I just looked at the little chart. Yeah, I downloaded this app.
You might be good at mixing also then. You're always trying to get that balance right.
Or I'm all about balance.
That's what it's all about. You get obsessed with it more as you get older.
Yeah. I do that with cooking too. Yeah. I gotta have a taste or a flavor. That's the same thing.
Jalisa, do you believe that you become more of your moon sign as you get older?
No, I mean, so you do go through what's called progressions in astrology. So like you don't really, I would say, feel like that sign anymore. But as far as your spirit personality is your sun sign and your body personality is your rising sign. But I do believe it's your rising sign that you are mostly how people view me as. And I've always gotten like, why are you always so quiet? Why don't you talk? Why don't you? And I'm like, well, Scorpios. And I just asked my mom too. And I was like, what was I like when I was young? Like, she's like, you're very shy. You didn't go up to people. Yeah. Now I know where that comes from. It's the hidden part of Scorpio. Scorpio is everything secrets and mystery. And, it all starts to make sense like that. And that's why I believe people don't believe in it because they'll be like, oh, I'm a Gemini. He's a Gemini. And we don't act the same. It's like, Yeah, because there's degrees, there's where it's placed in the houses. It changes like everything. It's not just like, oh, I'm this and you're this and we're the same. It's not that. It goes way. I mean, it's so deep. Like I could talk about this for forever.
Yeah,
bro.
Yeah,
I'm so obsessed. I love it. Like it's I see people in the comments, laughing or making fun of it. But once you really sit there and study your chart, like you're gonna be like, what the heck?
I love it.
We got all kinds of characters in the chat.
Yeah, I mean,
some that are for it, some that know it, and then some that are like, that's some bullshit.
But you can
hey, the moon is in Scorpio right now.
Yeah. But you can tell how professional she is because don't get to her because she's on a path. Once you know your mission, things don't get to you.
Oh yeah, you can't like. There's have been not one person that I've had a reading with where they're like, none of that's true. Like it is. Like I had a girl crying. Like I mean, it's. How do you know this? How do I know this stuff? How do you know? How does it know? Who designed all of this? We're just characters in a big game.
Mm-hmm. Simulation.
That's a fact.
Yeah, and we are the chart. It helps you figure out the code. Where's the end? This is your roadmap, and now you got to unlock it.
Our DNA is digital.
Yeah, I think that's what
We're literally in the Matrix.
Yeah. And when I picked up to people that like study astrology and everything, is like got very confident in who y'all are in general. So like that's how you know that there's something to that too, because if you don't just know astrologers that don't know themselves. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like y'all, it's almost like y'all know yourselves and y'all very comfortable of expressing the way y'all express. But it's something to that. Like I think it's true because before I tell you probably like 5 years ago I wasn't really like that great with it. I was like, all right, I'm a Gemini and that's it. You know what I mean? Yeah. But then once I learned to have different houses and stuff like that, I was like, oh, okay, that kind of is crazy because it relates.
That's the part I don't understand with people. Is like they'll know that part and then they'll be like, the rest is fake. It's like, well, then why do you even believe the sun sign? Why do you even know that part? And then you think the rest of it isn't real or it doesn't go any deeper than that? How do you, like, I have, old coworkers are heavily in church, and then the next post is, I'm Scorpio this, and I'm like, I thought you said you didn't believe in that. Like, I don't get it, but whatever. Yeah. I'm just here to talk to the ones who already know. Like, it's not here to convince anyone. Like,
yeah. That's beautiful. Shout out to Darlene.
Nehru, where you at?
I was about to say, I got a question real quick for Jalisa. So do you feel like, I guess like Western astrology is the same as, I can't think of the word that they use, but it's like another form?
The sidereal Vedic?
Yeah.
I study both, but they're both accurate. Like they're both, I use both. I intertwine both of them because I feel like with Western astrology, like I said, I feel like it's a little bit more, I would say like cookie cutter. Like Vedic will literally tell you like, you're going to have 2 failed marriages. You're going to have the cheater husband. Like it, when you look back at people and when I know, like, I know somebody with that placement and then I look back at their life, I'm like, oh my gosh, they literally lived that. Like it's all plays out just like that. And so sometimes I do withhold information with people because I don't want to put that in their head,
Yeah.
But yeah, it's so mind blowing. Like if you already know a little bit of it, just keep going. Just keep going.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah, this is great. This is beautiful, man.
Yes.
Y'all did great.
Yeah.
Want to move on to the music now? Yeah, man, we cooking right now. Jalisa, you welcome to stay. We listen to music at this part, and or you could ascend, because you got the
just float off the screen.
Yeah, exactly. I love it. But if you want to stick around, you definitely welcome. We're gonna play some music. I want to start off with Nero. Did you send us some stuff? Oh, shout out to Black Jesus Minister in the building. Just hit me. Or...
I thought AD had some stuff pulled up. I can send something real quick. Though.
Yeah, I was gonna play that Perfect song.
Oh, Perfect Place to Disappear.
I'm sorry, is that cat bothering you?
He's just his infatuation with Nike.
Nah, because he wanted a treat right now.
His birthday is coming up, so he's starting to act up.
But he do that because he want a treat. So he start wilding. So as soon as you get him treated,
you know he got a vendetta against me. Anyway.
My cat is a Virgo, so you know what I'm saying. They always attack Scorpios.
Don't play her song. Play her
Sounds
song.
about right.
What's the song you have? Nero?
I mean, I could send either one. I could send that one, or I could send the beginning that we did, or I could send something totally different.
Whatever you want. It's up to you. I'm with it.
Cool. All right, cool. What email y'all want me to send it to?
Greetings, brother. Huh?
Is it an email y'all want me to send it to?
Oh, yeah.
You can send it to ad@killahpriest.tv.
All right. 1 second. AD.
KillahPriest.tv.
Black Jesus Minister said, he said, great show, brother. He chose to sit back instead of coming on the platform today. He just wanted to check it out.
It's knowledge born, brother.
Knowledge born.
Yeah, exactly. Knowledge born. And I want to say shout out to Darlene from 5150 and Corey Holcomb. We're going to be going over there soon. You know what I'm saying? Wow. They shouted us out. And so
you talk about your trip, Lord.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be crazy. Kemet, yeah, we're going to Kemet in 4 days, and man, we just going zone.
Wow.
Where y'all touching down at?
Cairo, I believe.
Cairo?
Yeah, I think we touched down at Cairo.
Are y'all going to the museum?
No, we're gonna do all of that.
I think we're gonna do
everything.
Yeah, I think
you already know. Priest going into town. Yeah.
Man, they're going in the pyramids.
Yeah, we're going in there. Sit down and meditate for a minute. Slow down.
Oh, I went there. I told you I've been there twice.
Oh man,
really? Wow, you got any recommendations?
She's on point.
Well, I do. My tour guide. I mean, I don't know if you have a tour guide, but he's really great. But no, I mean, I went to the pyramids. I did the museum, and I did all those, things like that. But it's something that I was like, I like. I don't know why I like that. I like this place. It's not the cleanest, and you got to watch out for the hustlers and the people who are trying to sell you something. Necklace over there. I was like, no, I don't want any goods from you.
Well, most importantly,
I show you.
The most important question is, how's the food?
Oh, you know that.
Okay, so I'm still Americanized, and I stayed at like a Holiday Inn, and then I stayed at like these like nice hotels. So it was like American food mostly.
Right.
Oh, I know. I did have like some bread or something that they have there, but I didn't eat too much that wasn't different from my normal diet.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, that's it.
Sounds like what I would do probably.
What temple did you go to first?
You said what?
What temple did you go to first?
I didn't go into any. I went.
You ain't going to no temple?
Which temple?
I went to Netflix has a documentary on it at the Saqqara tomb.
Okay.
There. In the pyramids, a typical, riding ATVs, riding a camel.
That's what I can't wait. Riding. I heard the camels are mean. I heard they're kind of mean.
Yeah.
It's uncomfortable. That's what it sounds. It's uncomfortable for me, at least.
Did I do it for the grand?
Did you get on the Nile?
Yes, I did. I took, what is it called, a felucca or something that starts with an F, the boat. But it's like, it's trashy. They got a lot of trash in there, like just garbage in there.
Really?
Like I'm thinking it's something sacred, oh my gosh, it's a beautiful Nile. And then there's trash everywhere.
Well, that's
they're about making that money.
No more.
Sounds like LA.
Damn, Westerners.
Yeah, because they're about making that money. As soon as you get there, it's like, yo, let's get this money out. Yeah, I know the hustlers and stuff like that. Yeah. When I went to Israel, it was the same way. It was like they're ready to get that money right off top. Yeah, we'll take you right to the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Off the rip.
I'll take you to the manger, all that. Yeah. Oh, it wasn't there. It was there. It was like, oh, snap.
That's crazy. Wow.
Yeah.
And everyone is gonna, I mean, like, you're very well known, but they really treat you like a celebrity. Like, because you look different. I'm pulling up a video right now of when I was there, and these little girls were like surrounding me, and I couldn't go to the bathroom because they were just following me everywhere, and I was like, please.
Oh wow.
Beautiful.
But yeah, so it was really nice.
Wow.
Hey,
I got one of the songs ready.
All right, Niru, are you a stylist too?
Yeah, I be doing everything. I do everything at this point. I have a collective called Astronaut. I have a house venue that I kind of founded as well, where people create events and I create events and then they rent out the space for different things, photo shoots and all that good stuff. I do a lot of community stuff. Yeah, I model. I literally do everything at this point.
Nice. Nice.
Hey.
Yes. All right. So here we go. You want to introduce it?
Yeah. This one is called Head Rush.
Oh, okay. All right, that's cool.
Should I do that one?
Tell us about it.
I was about to say that song doesn't have him featured.
Okay.
Doesn't have what?
Yeah.
I'm not featured on this one.
Okay. Should I?
Yeah. Play it.
No, it's cool though.
Oh, wait, hold on. Do you want that one? Or which one you want us to play?
We could play one that got him featured on it.
She sent two.
I mean, I got one.
It's your podcast. You feel me?
We want to hear you. We want to hear you, though. I know. I got you. But yeah.
Should I play Head Rush or Best Place?
Yeah. That was the beginning. It sounded like you was playing that. Yeah, you could play that one. I'm not gonna play that. Check. Narrow. Oh, what? Yeah. Emotion flowing like the Pacific. Spit this shit specific, explicit, no limit. Tomato, went to LA and finagle tomato. She like the red news, she asked me which model, and that shit turned me off. Made my dick soft, turn your mind on. Tossing the shrimmies and the pasta, mix it with the shrimp. Taking trips and bring you along to pure bliss. Whatever endeavor or the weather, don't weather nothing, no debate. Get a benefit of the doubt, you would call it leeway. Spitting it fresh out of August, wake up to a heat wave. Y'all don't want the cheesesteak, trying to get my cheesecake. On the West Coast, I get time back, so I don't have time to waste. So now, do you believe that time is an illusion? I'ma let that sink in. Shit, I'ma let that sink in.
Damn, Breeze, that was perfect. How did you know?
That was it. It's like a little. I know. I threw the ball right there,
right on the beat.
I didn't know it was stopping right there though. That's crazy. That's
DJ Killah Priest.
That's great.
That was fire.
Yeah, I like the flow, and that was a nice beat too.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Definitely got bars.
Yeah.
Good cadence. I like that.
Yeah, I know.
Good shuffle. All fires in the chat.
Hey, you got number fires in the chat.
Appreciate y'all.
Secret
I'm a
weapons.
vocalist. Do a lot of the music me and Priest got. I'm singing and doing a lot of harmonic stuff. So
Yeah. We did it a while back, and
yeah,
it's just been a magic combination for real. And then the first one I remember you sent me this thing. It was so beautiful, and I'm telling my people. But all right, real quick, why the fourth Fuji?
I actually got that from a song from Absol. I don't know if y'all know Absol, but he signed the TDE, Black Hippie. He was actually one of the people that got me into knowledge and kind of researching and all of that type of stuff. So I actually heard him say if he wasn't in Black Hippie, he'd be the fourth Fuji. That was in 2012. It stuck, so I just ran with it. And then I actually met him and he stamped it. So I was just like, all right, I'm the fourth Fuji then. So yeah, that's how that went.
That's beautiful, man. Strung up my way. All right.
This next one is called The Best to Disappear.
The best place to disappear. But hold on.
Yeah, the centuries are...
That's kind of long. You have to go down a little bit. I'm going to just start it for a little bit after my verse to your hook, and that's it. Right? Go ahead.
All right,
Now go down. Right there. You see?
You knew the greatest minds in history.
You got a little
One hell of an intro.
Yeah.
Tricks in my basement became a plaza.
All right, yeah. Come back. So, is that before the first hook?
As immortal.
All right, yeah. Go down. My bad, y'all. Should have had this queued up. Let's go.
Investigation on Satan with a cross in my hand. Make him plead guilty, now face the jury. We're in the courts of I am. If I could just vanish from off the planet, like magic, become caught from granite. Days, mathematics is understanding.
Hey, hey, did you hear? This is the perfect place to disappear. Did you hear? This is the perfect place to disappear.
Alright.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Letting them off.
Harmonizing.
Letting them off. And plus, that wasn't the original. That I don't know what version that is because I got a second verse on that. So,
Oh, yeah? Oh, you gotta send that to me.
I got
over
you.
there
Yeah, I played the version she sent.
Oh, you felt okay? Yeah. I didn't send it to you.
Nah.
Oh, okay.
You hold
You gonna
it's
love
cool
it.
though.
Yeah. Make some noise. Shout out to Marco Buddha in there. That was an exclusive, very exclusive.
Beautiful.
See the sultry in the voice?
Oh, yeah, harmonizing.
That was beautiful.
Harmonizing.
Beautiful.
Word.
Exclusive hot new mix.
Got number fire in there coming from Marco Buddha.
Yeah.
Solar Facts, man. Brent Frank, no doubt.
Yeah.
Oh, man. So, yeah, let's go to the music right now.
There's another one she sent.
Okay.
Hey.
Jalisa, how you feeling?
I am great. I'm like just excited that there's people who I feel like people who are aware like never live by me. They're always like somewhere else.
Yeah.
Like, where are y'all? Why is no one's interested?
We here.
I should
That's the
get
thing about
away.
connections.
Yeah.
And then
As
when
long
you
as I don't have to wear a mask over there, I don't know if they're bringing that back over there for where y'all are.
Oh, it'll come back soon. The next one, they're gonna have a 2.0 version, I'm sure.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
What, you talking
I'm
about?
like, enough already. Like, enough. It's
Yeah.
not-
They're trying to raise that
It's
anyway.
because elections are coming up, so they got to do something.
Yeah.
But do you really think it would work on that massive a scale again?
Nah, people woke up like, hey, like we have to not comply, whatever it is, just don't comply.
Yeah.
They're gonna start because they already did start, and I heard they have something else.
This one's gonna be
New
based
stuff.
on what's it called? The weather. What do they call it? Global warming and all that.
Mm.
Yeah.
They're gonna charge us to breathe.
Yeah.
It's already now with the fires and everything. Just here in Baltimore, I know that when the fires first happened in Canada, somehow they said that the smoke came down here and it was giving everybody real bad headaches. So I don't know how true it was just as far as the smoke and stuff, but we still have like air quality notifications that come to our phone even now. You know, so I don't think it's gonna get better. It's just gonna get worse.
Yeah.
That's real
crazy.
talk.
Yeah. This world's trying to keep you paranoid. It's real talk.
And the first thing they go for is toilet paper.
I know, right?
The world's going to hell. I gotta make sure I can take a shit.
That's wild.
That's a Karen move, right?
Yeah.
Karens go for the toilet paper.
Man.
But I told you, I have nothing against Karens, especially when there's a crowded lines. Karens always come through. For real. When Karens come through, they make sure. Yeah, they come talk to the manager. They shut everything down, make sure you get through that line.
Thanks.
Big up to the Karens that saved us and made the line from 20 to 1. And got a piece of little ice cream for the little kid that was behind him. I'm going to make sure you get that ice cream now.
That's right.
Karen be getting locked up and all that.
Shout outs.
All right.
Oh yeah, there's did you know that there's like I think like pork or something in toilet paper?
What?
You said pork?
Yes.
Oh wow.
Talk
You gotta
about
look it up. You gotta look it up.
Yeah, I'm gonna look into that.
That's weird.
That's crazy.
I don't know why they put that in there.
Well, I mean, you know about pork.
Yeah.
No pork on the fork.
They have it in the toilet paper. No, you're probably right. I'm 100%. She's probably right on point. They do that. and then put that vibration on you, and you know what I mean. You walking around pork skin. You know what I'm saying?
I don't see how that helps their business.
Well,
what is it? More elastic if you add
it's
some bacon grease or
spiritual.
something?
It's a spiritual demonic force thing. They get the energies coming from their great ancestors. Tubal Cain.
Well, it's not in my toilet paper. I use Charmin.
Oh yeah,
and you know they ain't gonna mess with no Charmin. They better not touch my Charmin or my sourdough bread. I'll tell you what, I'll stock up on sourdough bread before I stock up on my Charmin.
Yeah, cat.
Is the cat bothering you?
Yeah, he came over here just to jab at my foot.
I trimmed his claws. Don't worry, it's not gonna hurt that bad.
Why you trim his claws?
You need to trim his
I
attitude.
trim his claws because then they're too sharp.
Nah, man. If you take away a cat claws,
No,
you
he's
know
not.
what you
He's
do.
not
You took-
declawed. He's just trimmed this. I just trimmed the edges.
You trim them yourself?
Yeah, I have to trim it. Only the front paws because the back claws he won't let you.
That's
touch.
why he act like that. That cat is completely upset because he trimmed his claws.
No, he don't mind it. He likes it. It's easy for him to just put a paw out.
Cut it, yeah.
Just trim him up a little bit, yeah.
Where's that little air thing at?
Oh yeah, I got you. It's an air can.
I'm spraying with some air.
Okay,
so
can
it'll
I
run.
ask
Heat
you
over
a
it.
question?
Yeah.
Okay, I just randomly think of things. How do you think we're able to talk to each other like this?
Say what?
I have a Zoom subscription.
No, like how is my voice going to where you're at into your ears?
Great question.
Next question.
Oh, through the fiber optic cables within the internet.
What is the internet?
It's a collection of other computers all connected via fiber optic cable.
Okay, where's the motherboard?
They're all collections of separate motherboards, all going back and forth. So there's no actual one motherboard. Although some will say that there is an Eagle Eye supercomputer that's tracking all things. If you've ever seen Eagle Eye, super cool movie.
But that would be mother's board, right?
Yeah.
So
So
it says mother.
what she's saying is correct. Like I think that's possible. There might be a motherboard collecting all things and everything. And I'll let her keep going. I don't want to speak ahead of what she.
Oh no,
might
I
do.
just wanted to know like how does sound like okay. So I was thinking about phones one day and I was like, how the heck did somebody know the technology that was needed to get sound from here to here? How?
Right.
Who told them that? How do you know? Where do you even know to start?
That's a great question.
Cellular. I'm trying to think.
It's a miracle. It's miracles that happen during our time. Like it's not all the time, but then people would get this wisdom, this knowledge. Like before Elon Musk, there was a Tesla. So at some period of time, there were these. They call it, what is it? Paradigm shifts or some type of event where people start to evolution in a slow manner, or it just happens. Just like, okay, one day, man, standing Homo erectus. You know what I'm saying? It's just like that cat started walking. You know what I mean? It's just like, it just happens. And it's the better to improve because we're improving.
It's something with like to me like the electricity in a way, like electricity, like like something about the what's the word I'm looking for? It's like a voltage. It's like it's like
Kinetic energy.
Yeah, something. I'm thinking something like that. Like I'm thinking like it's like thinking about even when you move, like the way how
Energy.
Yeah, energy, right?
Right.
But like electricity, like even when you think about like how your arm moves, right? That's all electricity. You know what I mean? That's all energy that you're using.
Right.
Right? It's something. It's probably something that we don't. I mean, I don't know the
Evolving.
God told me. He said, "I fashioned the first jewels from the elements the earth used and built it to a complex network of communication."
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shout out to the
I ask questions.
That's
not
a great.
I'm not asking to find the answer. I'm asking to see what you think and how far your mind will go.
Oh,
and
she's
I'm
happy.
also asking things like cameras. How do you capture an image?
Through vibration of light.
That's deep. That was the eye.
How does somebody even know how to make that technology to?
I'm studying nature.
Where do they even think about like, oh, I want to capture this moment. This is what I need to do, and then makes a camera. How do you even know how to? Who told you that? What is that?
I'm gonna tell you, as an inventor, a lot of things just pop up in your mind from the universe, like literally. A lot of my inventions and stuff like that is like I'm just sitting down and I'll be sleeping, then boom, I'm like, oh shit, like, you know, the image will pop up in my mind. Like I got something else that I'm coming out with now that I've been working on. You know, first I just, you know, made my mobile chariot, and now I'm making something else. But it literally just came to me as a thought. You know what I'm saying?
Do you believe that several people can receive the exact same download, and it's the race of who can get to it the fastest?
True indeed.
Yeah.
There's nothing new under the sun.
Yeah, that's collective consciousness.
Yeah.
Believe that.
So if you haven't seen the Eternals, and somebody said I wasn't sober. I'm sober. I'm completely sober.
Wait, what?
Oh no, don't mind. The people in our chat room are like sometimes class clowns.
Yeah, they just have fun.
No, it's okay. I mean, I don't.
Oh my goodness.
It's like high school in there.
Respect.
I'm the most sensitive. I know. I'm just like, when you watch stuff like the Eternals and those Marvel movies, like they like in that one part they all hold hands and they have the unimind, and you know it tells you like together you're very powerful.
Yeah.
So, come together, put your brains together.
Yeah.
And
We school.
Yeah.
They've done tests with like people meditating in groups just to see, you know, and they've seen that like time sped up, just different things like that you don't naturally see on a day-to-day. So I do feel like yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
No, that was it.
Oh no, I'm just saying that there's a patent on your thoughts.
Well, schools.
Ooh.
Well, schools of fish.
I was a teacher for 15 years. I'm like, I cannot believe I fed into that institution. They don't teach you anything. They don't teach these kids anything at all.
Wow.
Take your kids out if you can. Homeschool. You're not missing out on anything, I promise you.
Yeah.
I was gonna say schools of fish. It appears to a predator as one big fish, but they're individually. They just get together, but the appearance is something that it's not. But it appears to be. In order for them to survive, they seem like they're a bigger fish than whatever's hunting them. Yeah, there you go. Well, pull it up, 80. And I forgot my point. Well, I was going with it, but no, it was something about what you were saying and how people come together collectively to make something even greater, to appear like that, even as a fight or flight, fight or flight. But a collective mind come together to protect themselves.
Yeah, like
so each individual makes a part to another part, because them building together makes that bigger fish look like that, and they all help one another by looking like an entirely different creature.
I believe, and I think that's why I think the world needs more a group of like wise people, like, you know, and wisdom, with actual wisdom to speak and not ruled over emotion. You know what I mean? In reaction, because I think that's what everything is. That's why I think a lot of minds are divided in the first place. You know what I mean? We could all collectively have different viewpoints about different things, but if we're not ever coming together or locking in, we're never going to come to the same conclusion or solution. And, you know what I mean? And then that's causes more problems than good, you know? So I think that's another thing too, that school kind of like keeps you divided in a way too, in another way. You know?
It's about multiply.
Yeah.
Okay, Gemini. All right, I hear you.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Signs unite.
That's crazy.
Everyone unite.
Sagittarius too, okay? Sagittarius too, because I'm a Sagittarius moon, so I love Sagittarius energy.
Yeah.
They're so optimistic and positive.
You know that's the Sagittarius energy. It's optimistic. That's my emotional sign. I mean, I just when you really study and learn this stuff, you realize like nothing's that big of a deal. Like nothing's that big of a deal.
Yeah, that's true.
No,
So
yeah.
That's why I'm just like, whatever. When things happen to me, car break-in, busted windows, it's just like, okay, move on, replace it. Like, it's not that big of a deal. Just, there's so many more important things in life.
Right.
Yeah. Gotta keep the stress low, keep the diseases low.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, if I wasn't sit here and tell you about my life, oh my gosh. Yeah, so.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah. Now it's getting, hey, that's getting deep. No, for real.
I'm like, after everyone's all quiet, I'm like, okay.
No.
That's the retrograde coming in.
I can talk about this stuff all day. I have so many questions.
Mm-hmm. No, that's.
Oh, yeah, it is.
That's what we hear because. But that's what
it's all freezing up right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, I get that completely too, and I think
it was therapy.
Mm-hmm. It's something
we all here for like a therapeutic kind of vibe. It's like, you know, I usually pour tea, and y'all are the tea.
Y'all. I'm like, y'all gonna start confessing your childhood trauma.
No. I'm actually all good with talking about things like that.
She went straight to the head with the water.
Nah,
Everyone's like all quiet now. I'm like, all right,
good.
gotta start confessing.
No, it's real actually. You know what I mean? Because I don't think people go deep within themselves enough. Like that's always been my biggest philosophy in terms of themselves. It's good. Yeah, I just don't think people go deep enough.
I don't think it's real. Mercury retrograde is real.
Oh shit! Yeah, your camera's frozen.
It started today.
That's Mercury.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. You back.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
So annoying.
That's Mercury.
But I'm agreeing with you saying though. Like I don't think people really go deeper within themselves, and they think there's a lot of issues, but it's just emotional damage. Like if you really look at it, and so that's why a lot of stresses happen. So we got conditioned in those stressors. Like so whatever is big to us, we get angry, we get upset, we get sad. You know what I mean? Because of all the emotional problems we already had before. You know
Emotional damage.
So it's almost like you can't, but you gotta allow the stress to win it because that's what takes over you. You know what I mean? So if something bothers you, you're gonna feed that energy because that's the energy you're conditioned to feed. You know,
That's right.
That's the truth.
And we will be doing side note, we will be doing the Ultimate Debate League. You know what I mean? Shout out to my man, Black Jesus Minister. We're doing that soon. We're gonna schedule it next time we come on for the Podcraft. But yeah, like he was saying, that's true. It's I feel what you feel. Like we all sometimes we don't like to express it, but it comes out anyway. You know, and it's like a therapeutic part of it where we are all locked into a zone and we're able to speak out certain things, whether it be, you know, celebration or pain. You turn it into something. You manifesting something that's great because you're evolving even more. So it's like a butterfly effect. You're coming out of that caterpillar stage and expressing because you have ears that can hear now. Sometimes you be speaking to people, they be like this. You know what I mean? Taking your words that you said, eating it, and throwing on it, you know what I'm saying? Falling on deaf ears.
Right.
But when you have people that can understand you and feel what you're going through, that's the best time to speak.
Yeah.
Not all the time, but the right time. So we feel you.
That's true. No, I think all the world is misunderstood. I think a lot of people are not really fully understood in general, you know?
And watch out for when you be with people and you talk to people. Sometimes, because everything that you tell people, they'll use against you, especially in this society of blame cultures and stuff like that. You tell people secrets and stuff, you be around them, and everything that you tell them, they'll use it against you right off top. This is the sign of narcissists and people that's out to they just out to hurt and stuff like that. I'm just speaking general.
Yeah, I know.
But you know, people will try to use everything. That's why you have to know what you're saying to certain people because they'll throw it back in your face and use it right away.
Well, you gotta know what you're about. Like, you gotta know who you are. You know, like you gotta just know who you are. And so, like, your words are not like if somebody's not gonna listen to what you're gonna say and not care. You know what I mean? Like, just know that like what you're saying, you're not bugging for what you're recognizing and what you're saying. You know what I mean? If your message is positive, at least. You know what I mean? Because that's the main thing. Is like a lot of things is ego and all that type of stuff. But if you really think about it, a lot of things don't really matter.
That's right.
You know what I mean? What you know is what you know. You know what I mean? What you experience, what you experience. So once it comes to a consciousness of like, okay, I know who I am, and I'm very confident who I am. Like I could just express what I'm saying, and if you don't receive the message, it's whatever. You know.
Hey, let your yay be your nay.
Yeah.
Don't let your yay be your yay.
Hey.
Shout out to Kanye.
Right. Shout out to Kanye. the Geminis, right?
Everybody's like a glass of water. You know, remember that old in the Malcolm X movie when Elijah Muhammad was talking about the glass of water and what you pour into people is what they become.
Yeah.
I think, you know, everybody is a glass of water, and whatever's been poured into them in their life and traumas and stuff like that they've been through in their life, those are the things that how they express themselves when certain things pop up. Some people got abandonment issues. Some people got, you know what I'm saying, all kind of things that they go through in life. You know what I'm saying? That pops up if they're triggered, you know what I'm saying, by certain events and things like that happen in their life. So, you know what I'm saying? You always got to be, you know what I'm saying, very aware of people and their emotions and what's actually, that's why it's good to, you know, sit down and talk to people and what happened in your life? What, you know, what's, you know what I'm saying? So you get a proper understanding of why they behave and act a certain way that they do.
They have school councils that started all of that. You're a little bad. Tell me how does this picture look? You know what I'm saying? What do you see in this picture?
I see a crack pipe with 4 demons hanging. They like, damn, what happened to you? You know what I'm saying?
I watched Bob Ross.
The ink blots?
Yeah, Bob Ross shows me my pictures. And they're happy little trees. Happy trees.
Now he got to draw happy little chemtrails.
Yeah. But we I think we're trained to like go. I think we just trained to like not go deeper in ourselves and not really like discover things because I think people want to keep you on that frequency that you're already at. You know what I mean?
That's what school is. That's what school is. I was taught to teach the test, teach the answer. Don't tell them how to find the answer. Just tell them what the answer is, and then you memorize it. There's no creativity. You're given a structure like, okay, in 6 weeks you have to teach this, and you cannot deviate from it. And then somebody comes in and make sure you taught that, and there's no time for anything else. That's why I had to quit in the middle of the school year. Just so one day I was like, I can't do this anymore, and I put in my resignation, and I was like, this is not it. It's terrible.
What year was you teaching?
I quit in March. So it's been about 5 months, but you know, it was like 15 years.
Okay. No, I was saying like what age group? Like what age group was you teaching?
Oh, high school.
Oh, high school? Okay, yeah, I can see what you mean.
Dang.
Yeah, that's that's
the freshmen or the seniors?
That's pretty difficult.
They would come in there smoking cigarettes and all that.
Older ones.
Wow.
Yeah.
I hated school.
Yeah. A lot of people do it.
There's a lot of kids who don't need to be in there, and I feel now that I learned the stars, you learn that it's some structure is not like they don't thrive in, because creatives don't thrive in that structure like that with the box around, be here at this time and do this, and it has to be this way, and here's a rubric and it has to be just like this. Like a creative can't thrive in that.
Yeah.
Right.
Only school I liked it was the 5% Nation of God's Nerves. Other than that, nothing else. I'm out of here.
Nah, I couldn't. Yeah, that's like me though. I couldn't really like sit down. Like as a young kid, I couldn't sit down and stuff like that. I hated school though. You know what I mean? I felt like I had to like be perfect in every subject when I wasn't good in every subject. I was good in certain ones, but not every one. And just being there for long hours and you know all that type of stuff. I used to just like kind of like lost track of mine in a way. Like in some classes.
Waste of time, because half of the time is just spent correcting behavior. I mean, where I taught like. You know, I taught in the inner city and crime and all that. So it's like half the time you're just sitting there trying to tell them, hey, can y'all be quiet for a little bit? And 30 minutes have passed already. And then, time for the next class. You're not learning. You're not learning anything.
It feels like the worst class was the one, whichever one was after lunch. You know what I'm saying? Like you come
Oh, 'cause
back
your
from
brain
lunch.
chemicals is different.
Yeah, it's like I just ate. I don't want to do no tests. Like I'm so full. I ate like 2 burgers. Nothing.
You got adrenaline.
I had to move the hard classes to like earlier in the morning.
Really?
Whatever class I took after lunch, I wasn't gonna get a good grade.
Yeah, it's different for me. I hated first period. It's different for me.
I was in the class by myself.
What?
Yeah,
that's a cliche.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I was like, huh?
With a class by myself.
Yeah, man.
I hated all of them.
Smurf.
Yeah. You did.
It's definitely like teenager babysit type vibe. Like I feel like you should babysit teenagers.
It's a giant daycare, really.
Well, you know what? Look, Jalisa, you're a teacher here, and you could be a teacher here.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
we have the tea.
I love teaching things that need to be taught. Not like I was a history teacher. I taught photography and I taught English. And I mean, reading and writing is very important, but the history is the part that I was like, I'm not telling y'all this. And I would tell my history students, I was like, how do we know that this is true? I said, were any of you alive in 3000 BC? Like, why am I even telling you this? And so a lot of them, they're very aware. Those kids are very aware. They are born under Sagittarius energy, which you're going to see. They're the ones who push the astrology, the crystals, the tarot, because that's higher learning, higher knowledge, philosophy. So you'll see that more on TikTok. You're going to start seeing that a lot because they're all under that. They're breaking traditions, the marriage, kids, all that. It's all going to be totally different with that generation.
Yeah, nowadays BC means before COVID.
Yeah.
Well, that was 2 years BC.
And AD is after disease. All right, let's move on to the music. Because we're going to be here for...
we can talk forever. I love it.
Yeah, we could, right?
Great.
This is beautiful.
We did 6 hours at one show.
Oh, man.
6 hours.
6
now, my
hours.
back.
We had astrologers breaking down Priest's latest album.
Yeah.
Track by track.
Yeah, it was dope.
It was cool.
I was in Chicago.
Yeah.
Chi-town.
Yep. What's the music?
By the way, the social media for our guests is in the description, so y'all can check that out if you want to follow Jalisa. And
Yeah, please. I'm shadow banned, so just repost something, get me back out there.
Hey.
It's so bad.
It's all good in shadow band. It's all good in shadow band.
we're going to hit up these super chats real quick before we get on to the music.
We are your new fam. Let's go.
Man.
Okay, shout out to Ceaseless One. Fella B says, if you're feeling okay, you are doing well. Question mark. Coverboy says, NutraStreet gives the white man cancer. Not Marlboro. I'm with you on that. He's talking about artificial flavors, artificial sugars.
Not Marlboro.
Yeah. Hybrid Cypher says they push diet aspartame drinks like it's healthy. That's true. That was way back when we were talking about it. He also said seeing Sid Wilson of Slipknot was awesome. Love that band. That is super chats. Keep them coming if you have any more questions.
Shout out to the craft room, like and subscribe, tell everybody that we here, we just talking, we building. And,
hit that super chat.
Very knowledgeable and very conscious.
Yeah.
Shout out to everybody in the panel. And thank you. Yeah, that's right.
All right. Y'all ready?
Uh-huh.
Ready.
Let me make sure the sound is on.
My
for the
favorite
Zoom.
part. Where Knowledge Born at?
Yeah, where is Knowledge Born?
Right here.
Okay. Now it's time for a segment we call Song Promotions.
Hey.
Song promotions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Pulling them up right now.
All right.
Our first submission is probably by FG Postmortem. I haven't even seen it yet.
Yeah, I would assume.
But I'm pretty sure it is. Okay. Here we go. Actually, hold on. August 21st.
Today's August 23rd.
Yep. Actually, we're going to do... Wait a minute. Here we go. Year of the Mosquito, Master of the Universe.
The Mosquito.
Hey.
It's called "Leave Me Alone."
You are now listening to a Mosquito production.
Hello, Mosquito.
Hello, Mosquito. Hey, hello, Mosquito.
Hello, Mosquito.
Hello, Mosquito.
That shit made me want to rap.
Go for it. Bust it.
Hello, Mosquito.
Hello, Mosquito.
Let's hear the flow of a Scorpio.
I started to, y'all.
Yeah.
We got a lot of beats coming up.
That's right.
That was cool. That was interesting. Because you had the backward thing going on, but it wasn't just a loop. I like the build-up that he had. Where it would just, progress upward. That would be a good spot for a chorus or like the lead up to a chorus. I like that. I like the way Mosquito's arranging his beats. What y'all think?
I liked it.
You got the mic?
Yeah, I liked it. It was you can throw some bars at that beat.
Yeah.
Yeah, ain't no doubt about that.
Yeah, shout out to Mosquito. It was a dope little, dope beat. And yeah, I liked it a lot. Like, not much more to say, Mosquito always gives us something that's nice and very tribal, actually. Very tribal to me.
Yeah.
That was dope. Shout out to Mosquito. Buzz.
Priest liked it too.
Yeah. That's right.
What did you ladies think?
I was about to say the vibes was dope. I want to know why he named it that. I mean, I know he like played around with some samples within the beat, but I want to know where the concept came from. Like the title and everything.
It's probably because it's going in reverse. Maybe if we played it backwards or forward, it probably would say "Leave me alone." I'm assuming.
Probably, yeah. I could see that.
Also, I know Priest has an album out where he dropped a single about. I mean, one of the songs is about like bees and about moths and different things like that.
Yeah.
So it kind of put me in the mind of that too.
Yeah. Yeah, he was on that album, Mosquito.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he did the I believe the Whale song, right,
Okay.
Priest? Oh, he did Tiger. I'm sorry.
Tiger. Okay.
Yeah.
Dope stuff.
Absolutely. Jalisa, how'd you like that?
I'm being honest. I'm having a conversation. That's why I had to mute it.
No problem.
Gonna be rude.
No, that's fine.
Not at all. See how honest the Aquariuses are? They let you know straight up.
very honest. I'm gonna be very upfront. I'm gonna just tell it like it is.
That's great.
It's not any disrespect.
Nice. Okay, we're on to the next track. This is FG Postmortem from Long Island, New York, Orlando, Florida. Name of the song is called Heavy Flow, produced by BASSTI.